Na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na. That's not even the song. That's not even how the song goes. I just wanted to be like ethereal. Hi, hello. I'm playing this game again, Hyrule Warriors. Because I've evaluated what I want to do with the games that I still haven't finished since last year. Long story short, this game is so fun though. I don't know how much is left. It feels like I'm still only barely getting started with this game, but also I've unlocked so much of the map. I don't know. Maybe it's like Age of Calamity where like you unlock the map and then all of a sudden like you're only in Act 2 of the game. I don't know. We'll see. This game has been amazing so far, and I absolutely love the character writing and interaction. It's just like, even though most of these characters are just like out of nowhere and invented for this game, I still care about them because they just present themselves so well, and it's like a Yakuza game, you know? It's like a character can be on screen for like all of one subquest, and then all of a sudden you're like, I have just met this person, but I would die for them. Absolutely, 100%. And it's just really good. This game, you feel like you want to fight alongside these people because they really have something they're fighting for. And I would like to do that. I would like to continue doing that. I would like that to continue. I want the game to continue delivering on how good it's been. I'm just like concerned. I'm scared. I'm scared that like it might not. It's hard to tell. Like, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about this game, but I feel like I just haven't heard that many people talk about this game, period. I think that's the real thing, like, because this is a Switch 2 exclusive game, right? And I just haven't heard that many people talk about it, besides, like, when people talk about the games they played on Switch 2, they're like, oh yeah, I played Pokemon Legends, I played Mario Kart World, I played, Donkey Kong Bonanza. We're in an interesting place right now where there are a lot of games that are still on Switch 1, so the Switch 2 exclusives are kind of not getting talked about.
Oh, me? You can rest easy.
You can rest easy. Let's do it.
Mounds to mountains.
I don't know what it is. I just really like Agrustin. The fact that he's so, like, basically Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And we're just doing a Liberate the Area quest, so...
Taking wing!
I don't think I need to read all the dialogue. But this is a good segue to talk about the Avatar: The Last Airbender Magic the Gathering set. I finally opened the last of my booster packs from the box I got. Now to put an end to the monster scourge running rampant across Death Mountain. Hell yeah. I made a pretty cool deck. I did that thing where I make a deck out of 6 booster packs, and I have, like, my coworker also do that, because I play Magic with my coworker. I made a pretty cool ally deck. It was really strong. It just swarmed the field with tons of ally creatures that just, like, all powered each other up and gave each other flying and stuff. It's hard to make, like, a super unique deck when you're only using, like, Magic the Gathering Sealed. But it was pretty synergistic. Honestly, if anybody out there cares about Magic the Gathering, the thing I've been doing the most lately is, my play group is making, like, budget decks. It's like, oh, your deck must cost less than $100. And that's just really interesting how that's forced us to be creative. Some of it's like, we gotta use cards that are not staples, but like, they function good enough. Some of us are making decks that are like, every card costs 5 cents, except for this one $30 card. And it's really funny when it like does its thing and works out. What in the name of Ganondorf is going on here? I'm sorry, the name of Ganondorf. Shark, I did not know you were affiliated with Ganon's demon army. I'm sorry, I might have to cancel you for that. How dare, how dare. And here I thought I could trust my chat. How's it going, Shark? How you been? How's life? I'm mostly just talking about my Magic the Gathering exploits. I made a deck based on Kratos from the PlayStation crossover collab, and it's exactly the thing I was just talking about. The fact that Kratos himself cost $55 on the secondary market, but the rest of my deck cost less than $50 to make up the rest. It did not win a game the last time I played it, but it did cause all the other players besides the winner to die. Because it's all about just like encouraging everyone to attack each other and not me. And my hope is that, like, oh, whoever's left, I can just finish them off. But no, what ended up happening is the person who was already winning was forced to kill everybody else, and then I could not beat them. It happens. If you cancel me, they will revive me in 10 years with a slightly worse reboot. Oh no, is this the Age of Imprisonment War? This is what we're doing. We're just doing the Imprisonment War to cancel Ganondorf. And like, it doesn't kill him. It just, all it does is it just like puts him into hiding until like 10 years pass and social media forgets what he did.
It's your turn.
Happy to help.
Goading shenanigans, which is funny because like I don't have that much goad in that deck. I just had like one effect that's like, okay, this one turn you can attack, you have to attack besides me. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Tuki Dragon, welcome on in. Cheering up, yeah, that's okay. We are here to make people happy and to make people think about what's good in our lives. Oh god! Like, what's good is my reflexes on dodging these attacks, because I've just fought so many Lionels in Breath of the Wild that I know the exact patterns of each and every Lionel, and they're like, oh no you don't. They're perfect dodge times. Dun 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 dun. Just instinctively like, oh, Lionel. Pretty good. Yeah. I'm just talking about Magic the Gathering. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time until there's probably a Nintendo Legend of Zelda Magic crossover. Okay, you know, I talked about knowing all the timing, but that was not very good timing. Wait, I'm a Goron. I probably don't care about fire attacks. No, you don't. That's probably the thing I say the most when I play this game. Just no, you don't.
Flying strong. Is that all you got?
Is that all you got? But yeah, it's only a matter of time before they probably make a Nintendo Legend of Zelda Magic crossover. And I, like a fool that I am, will buy so many booster packs of that. If they make a collector set of that, I will buy the collector box. And I really shouldn't. But alas, I am the people they warn you about on social media. The ones who will buy anything Nintendo. I'm not hiding it. I bought the Virtual Boy thing. Like, I want to play Virtual Boy games in 3D and burn my eyeballs. I already play VR, like, multiple times a week. But until that day comes, I'll just buy the Pokemon Lego collabs instead. I am not gonna buy the Pokemon Lego collab. Hands in the chat, who has not seen the Pokemon Lego collab yet? They announced it a couple of weeks ago or like months ago, but they finally revealed what the Pokemon Lego sets are. And it's funny to me that people are like, "Oh my god, it looks cool," and then they see the price. Check it out. Check it out. They're like, "Oh, look at these! Oh my god, it's Blastoise, it's the Pikachu, it's the Eevee. Venusaur looks like he's having a stroke, but it's okay." But it's like, you can get an Eevee set, a Pikachu set, or the 3 Kanto starter set. And they have this thing where if you buy the Kanto starter set, you get a badge set. You get a badge set that matches the Kanto region badges. And some people are saying like, "Oh, it's giving the Infinity Eggs from the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite thing." I'm like, they look slightly better than that. I mean, they're Lego, you know? They're not gonna look super detailed when they're only like what, 4 studs big each. I'd say they're pretty good considering. Like, the rainbow badge is the best looking one if I say so myself. The thing is though, you have to buy Lego Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise to get that one. Hey, look, the Pikachu set costs $200. If the Pikachu set costs $200, how much does the Venusaur Charizard set? $650. $650. And it's funny to me that like people are now finding out how much Lego is so expensive. Because here's the thing. You can tell when a Lego set is quote unquote overpriced when you take the number of pieces and you divide it by 10, because it's like 10 cents per piece is like the average. So per piece, this set should cost like almost $700. So selling it for $650 is actually like oddly generous of Lego. So this is not a matter of like, oh, they're being greedy because it's a collab and they're overcharging for the Pokemon name. No, Lego always charges this much for a set that's this big. Multiple thousand, almost 70,000 piece set. 7,000. Now the real question is, why did they make a set with 7,000 pieces? Why did they make a set with 2,000 pieces? Like, this is gonna be freaking huge. This is gonna be a huge ass Pikachu. Like, this is bigger than the Lego Mighty Bowser. Like, how much was that? Mighty Bowser. It's gonna be sold out, but like, how many pieces was that? Lego Mighty Bowser, almost 3,000 pieces, honestly. See, here, again, like, it's the same about price per piece as the Mario sets or other like Lego sets. It's just the fact that why did they feel the need to make a set that big? Shouldn't they make like smaller sets? No, they know that everyone who they just know that there are people who would specifically buy like the biggest set, and they give an incentive to do so. People who haven't bought Legos in 20 years finding out the price. And that's another thing. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna go back to the game now, but like, yeah, no, like, Lego has been this expensive for a while. And the thing is, I know the 10-cent rule has been a thing for at least like 10 years. Because, you know, I never really stopped buying Lego. It's just I go through phases of, oh, there's something new I want from Lego, or it's like, this is okay. Real talk, I might get the new Lego pirate ship. I just found out that they came out with a new Lego pirate ship. Oh.
A fine time to prepare before we move on.
Oh, is this area falling? Yeah, it is. That's okay, it can fall. I'm gonna do one more of these and then I'll do the next story mission, if that's alright. Just so I can talk more about Lego. Oh, I have to use these characters.
Curious how this goes.
I don't need power-ups. I'm already overleveled.
Forward now.
I don't know. I think I'm chasing the high of when I was a kid and I had a Lego pirate ship, and I was so like happy to play with it that I would like play with it in the bathtub because it's a boat. It needs to float. And I remember being so disappointed that it never floated. Of course it didn't float. It was a huge ass pirate ship made of Lego. There are Lego boats, but they don't necessarily float. And it just feels like it's been a long time since Lego had another affordable pirate ship. I think there's one that's like $50 or less right now. We'll see. Of course, I got the Lego Game Boy. I got the Lego Mighty Bowser. I got the Lego Zelda Deku Tree. I still have not built all of them. I built the Lego Game Boy. And I want to do the mod where you can just make it into a real Game Boy. It's just a little sad right now, because y'all remember when I showed off the Lego Game Boy and I compared it to my actual Game Boy? I don't know what happened, but since then, my actual Game Boy broke. Like, the screen doesn't work anymore. Like, it's not that the contrast broke, I just need to slide it. Like, no, I've played with a regular Game Boy before. I know the contrast slider. Like, legitimately, it just broke. And it's been fine. Like, I've had that Game Boy, and I modded it, like, 10 years ago. I modded it, like, 10 years ago, and I don't know why, like, it only just broke now. Perhaps our old age is more of a boon than we otherwise thought. Just bonding over being old. Olge. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum bum bum. Split up, gang. Oh no! Blah.
Is that all?
I did not mean to do that. I need to have freaking, what is that? I need to have like the reflect skill. Is there not a reflect skill? Yeah, the fan. It's like the one thing that I don't keep just like all the time. Like, I love the system they have for like rock, paper, scissors. I'm not a super fan of how you kind of have to swap them out.
A simple enough matter.
I feel like it would make the game a little bit too easy, but I kind of wish they had just like a, oh, press this button to automatically use whatever skill counters this. And maybe to keep it from being overpowered, it would only be like, only if you don't know what counters this yet. And then from then on, it's on you to have it equipped. It was hardly a challenge. Bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum. Oh yeah, going back to what I was talking about earlier, I want to play more retro games. I think I saw a post online on some sort of the socials of media that like Spirit Tracks had just had its 10-year anniversary, either last year or this year. And Zelda Spirit Tracks is one of those games where like people just don't know it's good. People just did not know it's good because they didn't give the DS Zelda games a chance.
I'll not give my turn.
My turn. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Come on, come on. Die. Wonderful. You are close. Beautiful. Da 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 da. That's enough about my expensive hobbies. No. I think that's the thing. Like, I've been indulging in a lot of expensive hobbies lately between Magic and other card games and Lego and like buying new computer parts. And like, it's great. But I feel like I've lost my way. I feel like I need to return to retro gaming. I was mentioning a little bit earlier, but it's like, yeah, you know, people are just tired of gaming right now. It's weird. Like, people are talking about how the last holiday season had some of the worst, like, year-over-year console and game sales since, like, the game crash of freaking... Not crash, but, like, almost crash of 1995. And prior to that, like, they hadn't seen levels until, like, before the Famicom saved the post-Atari whatever crash. And it's kind of bleak signs. But I feel like even if modern gaming imploded on itself with like companies becoming too greedy and charging too much, the big difference right now, the big difference in gaming right now is the fact that there's 40 years, there's freaking 40 years of gaming, of video games that people have not played, and if they're not available, then like it's easy enough to just go get an emulator and find them online. So it's like, I think right now is a critical... If I were a game developer, right now would be a critical time to, like, make my old games available. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want people to get back into retro gaming. Either the legal way or the not legal way. You know, I'm not gonna tell you how to play your games. I think just, like... Hey, you know, if you don't have the money for current gaming, play old games. There are so many old games I want to play. So many old games I want to bring back to people's, like, forefront of their mind. How am I just not getting any milk? How am I not getting milk? I need that. Veridum, welcome on in. Tired of most new games haven't been polished, especially for $70, $90. Yeah, I mean, there are some games that I feel like have been worth it, but it's very rare. It's very rare. Like... The Yakuza series is a jam-packed series with like super awesome story and just content. That's a game series that I can see like myself paying $70 for. But even then, it's like people just know at this point that AAA games go down in price when they're not Nintendo. So like even if a modern game came out at like $90, like people just wait. People just wait like a few months and they know it's gonna be down to $50. I know, gaming's in a weird place. Gaming's in a weird place. All I'm saying is, let's play older games. There is nothing wrong with playing older games. What about $67? 67. Indie games made a lot of heart. $20 less. Like Silk Song. Like freaking Silk Song. I was almost scared of the fact that Silk Song cost $20. Not because... they could have charged more, because they could have charged more for a game that expansive and good. But it's because it sets a standard for other indie games to be like, if this game is $20, it has to be as good as Silk Song. And that just makes me scared. Just like feel bad for all the indie devs that cannot make a game that's better than Silk Song, but also like if they just straight up have to charge that much for their game. Let's liberate this territory. I've got a thing going now. I want to talk about video games. Yeah, no, now's a fantastic time for indie and retro gaming, and I want to do more of that this coming year for sure.
I'm setting out.
Yeah. Besides that, what was I talking about? Oh, that reminds me. We're playing Sea of Stars. Got Game of the Year 2023. Yeah, I keep like, I have that game, And I keep wanting to play it. I just don't have time because I keep playing new games. And that's the thing. That's the reason. I want to play more old games or games that I just missed because I was too busy playing new games. So Sea of Stars may be on that list. It's a quality time for RPGs. Due for a Fallout 3 play. Oh my god, Verdum. Dude, I literally installed Fallout 3 today on my computer because I'm like, I wanted to play something. I want to play an older RPG that I maybe kind of missed out on. I need bombs. Oh, and I have bombs. And I played a little bit of Fallout 3 when it came out, back in the PS3 days. But I never really sat down and played the whole thing. And I really should. Bombs? The tongos? Shining rares in this refrain, that too. Mostly because I've been wanting to play Fallout. I just haven't figured out which one yet. I just installed Fallout 3 today because I'm like, well, I have it. The main reason is because the Fallout series, I believe, is getting another season. The Fallout TV series. And I've just been in a mood to, like, watch and play Fallout stuff. Aha! I thought I had something there. I thought I was able to interrupt the bats. Freeze to meet you. I made a promise with my girlfriend that we're gonna watch the Fallout TV series because she loves Fallout, and Fallout 3 is her, like, one of her favorite games. So I'm like, you know, I have liked Fallout. I need to, like, actually sit down and play these games and watch the series. Ba 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 ba. There's so much you can do now. This game is just playing itself at this point. It's just switch, 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 slide, switch, 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 and slide. I'm serving up a whole lot of hurt. Bombs, the tongos, lamp oil, rope. More enemies. Give me a break. Oh, it's not over. Alright, mate. You're in for a world of hurt. NA. Jesus Christ. Everything's just happening.
It's over.
No, you don't. Yeah. I've also just been seeing a lot of Fallout clips in my YouTube shorts. Specifically, like, clips of people using some kind of, like, hypnotizing gun on, like, a raider in the wasteland, and then you just hypnotize them into thinking that they're being robbed, and you give them, like, civilian clothes, and then they just like put on the clothes and they just forget that they were baddies. It's just so funny. You just hypnotize them into an honest job, and the comments on the YouTube short are just like, I can fix her.
You're done.
Ugh. Yeah, boy.
Ready for this?
Wonderful. I just have to resist the urge to just play as nobody but I would say Calmo. Freaking Rafika. He's just the coolest bird. He's just me for real. I'm surprised I haven't made a Rafika version of my avatar yet for when I play this game. Woo! Dun da da dun. Da 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 da. Beautiful. But yeah, speaking of game pricing, it's just funny that like this topic comes up today, because I was there was a post from the creators of Peak, which is like only an $8.99 game, by the way. Or was it $7.99? I don't remember. I definitely paid even less than that, just because I got it with the initial sale. I'm going to sell Zonite Steel. No, I'm gonna enhance weapons. Whose weapon have I not enhanced yet? I think Agriston's? Yeah, it's just a boulder breaker, huh? Let's give him some two-handed weapon stuff. Damage, unique skill, special attack, flurry rush. Sync gauge? Let's do sync gauge. And then I'll just give him the generic stuff. Wonderful. Bum 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 bum. Just can't spell peak without P. Eek? Eek! Eek! A rat! There was a post from the Peak developers on social media. Here it is. Here it is. Here's the one I saw. The fact that like their game is only like $8, and I'm like, I just thought, hey, for an indie game that people are like, you know, it may or may not be another friend slop game, which it's not. It is genuinely like a fun multiplayer game. But for another multiplayer game that I don't know whether or not I'm really gonna get into, I just knew that I wouldn't pay more than $10 for it, but I would pay less. That was my thinking. But they bring up a good point. Here's the quote from the Peak developers. In a player's mind, what does it mean to spend $5? Well, that's $5. But $6? Well, that's still $5. $4 is also kind of $5. $3 is $2, and $2 is basically free. So we got these tiers, you know, $12, that's $10. But $13 is $15. And we found that $8 is still $5. It doesn't become $10. $7.99, that's $5, right? So $8 going to $5 is the biggest differential we could find in pricing. So we found it very optimal. And I'm like, they have a point. They have a point. Like, everybody knows that $8 is still closer to $10. Like, they're not trying to trick people there. It's just like, I knew that if I saw the game for less than 10, it was an instant buy, and that's exactly what I did. And like, even though it's closer to $10 than $5, my mind was still like, hey, that's less than 10. That's pretty good. For an indie game these days, I just expect them to cost like $10. So like, that's the interesting thing. If the game was exactly $9.99, I may not have bought it. I may not have bought it because like my initial thinking, my actual thinking was like, if it's less than $10, I'll buy it. And then $9.99, if $9.99, I've just been like, well, that's $10 though. I wanted it to be less than $10. So it is still at the, it's like, I wouldn't say like $8 is $5. I would just say that it's less than 10. And that's the point where like 9 would still make people say, that's basically 10. They got a point. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is they got a point before anyone gets too confused. And what's really funny is I think somebody did a quote post on the Blue Skies with just like that comic. I don't want to call it a meme because it's literally just the comic. That comic of Calvin's dad from Calvin's and Hobbes explaining the points on a record thing. Which now there are so many quote posts on this post that I can't find it anymore. But it was literally just Calvin's dad just being like, 10 bucks, 5 bucks is 5 bucks, 8 bucks is also 5 bucks. This is not the one, but like somebody just put Calvin's dad. Nah, no, I can't find it anymore. No, I can't find it anymore. There's just so many quote posts. It's gone viral. It's gone viral. But yeah. Point is, Peak is a good game. Peak is a good game. Some toilet paper math. Not even back of the napkin. It's toilet paper because you didn't have anything else to do on the toilet. Remember when we had to like just do nothing on the toilet? Man, it's just that's what it really means to be a millennial. To grow up in a pre-smartphone era where you couldn't just like endlessly scroll social media while you're sitting on the toilet. It's like you just had to sit there. You just had to sit there and just, you know, wait until you were done. Isn't that crazy? Like, could you imagine those times where you just forget your phone and you're like, now what do I do? And that's the thing, you just don't do anything. You just don't do anything, just like before. Just like the before times. I hear a chicken.
It appears my time has come.
It's reassuring to have you.
Recommended level 43. I'm gonna bring in the
Not a
birds. Just anybody who's less than 42, maybe.
I shall never know defeat.
Ready for battle, soldier.
What's interesting is this is a story mission.
All for the Gerudo.
I wish to join you.
I've gotta wonder.
Toilet paper where 3 mega jumbo rolls is 4 times a regular jumbo roll, but actually less than a super mega jumbo roll despite being twice the price. And it's just that, like, you may be used to jumbo rolls all your life, that when you buy a regular roll of toilet paper, when you're like, oh, well, I'll just buy it from the grocery store. You're like, what is this? What is this single ply nonsense?
My storm shall rage on.
But anyway, $5. Toilet paper for ants?
Owing largely to the power of the secret stones, the tides had begun to turn in Raru's favor. Yet even his army's victory against the third Archfiend did little to slow the forces of evil, who, according to the Rito, had once more set their sights upon Great Hyrule Forest. Determined to rebuke this attack, Raru and his companions moved swiftly to intercept. However, nothing could have prepared them for what lay
What could it
ahead.
possibly be? I'm scared. Why is this a story mission? It doesn't seem that important. You had a plumber explain the one-ply thing. Plumbing issues in high-rise buildings and hotels. Oh, I just thought it was just companies being cheap. I don't know. When toilet paper was invented, was it one-ply or two-ply? What is the original design? What kind of toilet paper does Ganondorf use? Does he do the sand method? Grew up in a desert, right? I could not imagine. You know, I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They talked about the logistics of using the toilet in desert countries. It's that construct. Alright, now that story's actually happening, I need to narrate what's going on. Everybody is trying to fight the hell out of the evil construct, but it's been too powered up. There is nothing but flames and despair in its wake.
The forest.
Now where did that wretched thing fly off to?
Who?
It seems as though I don't have a choice.
Wait, why is she hot? The Grim Gibdo. The Gibdo Queen,
If
Archfiend
you
of
won't
Sand.
take care of this vile infestation, then I'll simply have to do it myself.
Wait, why is she kinda hot though? Why is she kinda hot though? but she's an insect. No, the forest. How terrible. If we don't put a stop to this here and now, even the temple will be at risk. The other Rito should already be fighting off these monsters. We have to hurry up and help them out.
I have you.
Every time we have a battle in the forest, I'm like, this is a maze and a half.
Take this.
Bum, 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 bum. The contraption's vanished, has it? Our king shares his power with the accursed puppet, and this is how it repays him. No matter. My swirling sand shall devour you all. I am glad that I brought Artie to this fight, because if we're fighting Grim Gibdo here, she might summon more Gibdos, the fungus things. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we will see.
Show of might.
No, you don't.
The end has come.
That explains why Ganondorf's so angry all the time. Because he wipes with sand. That's a thing, apparently. You just, like, use sand to, like, dry it out. And then you just wipe with just, like, water or something? I don't know. It's all burning. Did that other construct do this?
Helping out.
It did, and there was nothing we could do to stop it, but we can speak later. For now, we have to focus on the sand monster. I don't understand. Why has everyone got it out for our forest? I don't know, because the Great Deku Tree doesn't exist yet, probably. Because Calamo's probably the Great Deku Tree. I don't know if that's the truth, but it probably is. Like the easiest call for a theory since, like,
I need your aid.
I don't know.
I have you.
What's another time in video gaming that, like, fans just called what the plot twist was immediately, and the developers just had to pretend it wasn't the case? Thanks for the help, friend. That thing came out of nowhere.
Go forth.
Take it from here.
Oh! Alright, that somehow worked. I forgot, this isn't Rafika, this is Vents. No, this is the other bird man that I don't remember the name of. Ow! The one that uses a spear. Here! Sorry there was an ad break during the story mission, y'all. Long story short, the Gibdo Queen is here. She's kind of hot, though. I don't know, Monster Fluffy. I appreciate the assistance, but there are more of us fighting further ahead. You have to save them. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. Alright, I'm running. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Got a bad feeling about this, but there's no time to stop and think. We have to keep moving. Shark talking about one planet. Yeah. No, yeah. My first college apartment had really bad plumbing. We're still talking about toilet paper? My first college apartment had really bad plumbing, so I know how it can be, is what I'll say. We must do all we can. Keep missing the entrance. Hello? Oh, here we go, the silver moblins and bokoblins. They got bombs! Seems like I'm gonna need the fan. Make sure you get out of the way before they start blowing up those barrels! What fools you are to fall into my lap! Oh god. Now prepare to meet your end! Looks like my hunch was right! How dare that coward use my friends to lure us out! Okay, I didn't mean to use my special attack, but that works. I meant to use the fan. No, you don't. Stop, it keeps happening.
Help me out.
Now be gone.
Oh, because she doesn't have the fan.
Take this.
I can't see anything. Yeah, but okay.
I have you.
I get that I'm supposed to reflect the bombs back, but I don't know if the fan really like helps with that. But just like hold it. Yeah, you just hold it. Okay. A little awkward.
Take this.
That is weird. It reflected it back, but like I was behind it.
Never mind. How could I? Take this.
Battle against the true Ganon.
Help me out.
I totally missed.
Now be gone.
No. Like a Minoru just said that so nonchalantly.
I trust in you.
We've driven off the enemies here, which should shift the battle in our favor. It bothers me that was written in the American spelling. Right, let's push on until every last one of them has fallen to our might. Let us overtake the enemy! Literally every character is talking, dude. It's crazy. I guess it's just assumed that everybody is here, which makes me more scared that we're gonna lose this battle. We'll cut them down together. You know what? I should use Artie. What else was I talking about? Yeah, just game pricing. Why are you all so utterly useless? Come forth once more, my loyal servants! Stop pointing down the forest! How's Calamo gonna set roots here if it's all gone? What? Why did he get a cutscene? He's just a regular silver moblin. Ain't nothing special.
What?
An ambush! And in such numbers, too! Don't let them catch you unawares! What's the big idea using our own secret passages against us? Those belong to the Korats, you know? Nope. I saw you doing that a mile away. Right in the booty hole. More of the surprises. Just stay calm, and we'll deal with anything they throw at us. Well, right you are. All we need to do is defeat the enemies before us, and the upper hand will soon be ours. Oh hell. I keep needing to like put the fan on all my characters. There's so much wind up, it's like a Dark Souls boss. Guess the secret power here gets them all riled up or something. Anytime I play as Artie, I just hear constant Bokoblin screaming. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. I switched to another character, just left Artie to deal with that. I did it. I totally was there for that fight the whole time. Nice. Yeah, turn in my side quests. Here we go. I just have not been using the bonuses. Like, I don't want a temporary thing. Oh, this is how you get milk. No wonder I never have any. Oh, that explains everything. Sure. Bonuses. That's the thing, I just don't really think these are any necessary. I have a totally normal time fighting enemies without these power-ups. That's the one thing about camps in this game. Wow. Gonna take out your bomb? Alright. What's up, God, please? You want Rauru and Minoru? Taste? Absolute taste? You're not wrong. And you know, every day I thank the devs of this game for letting us see more of the Zonai. The 2 remaining Zonai. Imagine, if the 2 remaining Zonai are that hot, then what would the other Zonai have looked like?
Lady Artie!
You'll be just fine.
Welcome on in, welcome on in. Zonite. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. I was just thinking today, like, I wonder how they're gonna shake up the you know, the Zelda NPC formula. Like, with Breath of the Wild, I was really excited to have the Gerudo be NPCs again and actually have them be like... just normal people to talk to and not just, hey, we are going to capture you and now we're okay with you because you're a member. Like, no, I actually wanted them to have story and also be, like, conflicted about the fact, how can this be happening? I'll deal with them myself if I have to. Conflicted about the fact that they're, like, the ones who spawned Ganon. And we got that. Both with Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and this. Like, it's so cool. I think what we could do, what I kind of want for the next game, you know how, like, Zora, it can talk? Who can talk? I think for, oh, the moth? Yes. And it has, like, a hot voice, actually. It has a hot woman voice. I did not expect that at all. I'm like, who is this? Who is this? I think one thing is, like, you know how Zora used to be enemies in Zelda 1 and Link to the Past? But then, after Ocarina of Time, they just became, like, sometimes they're enemies, but also sometimes they're just, like, NPCs. What if they did that for, like, Lizalfos? What if there was a game where Lizalfos just become, like, regular NPCs? And then we just have, like, the super awesome lizard person character. What if we had, like, Moblins? Moblins just be regular NPCs. I want to see more of that. Just, like, the other races in Zelda being, like, having a backstory. Bet she doesn't have any more tricks left to throw at us. Let's take her out and win back our forest! Defeat the Grim Gibdo.
You can do it! Lady Artie!
Simple enough.
Alright, this is a bit of a trek, but I do want to defeat her with Artie. Just in case. Just in case there's Gibdos. Hostile friendly variations like F-14 beef stripes. Yeah, like that. Moi. Real brave with that sand monster hiding away while her buddies do all the dirty work. Let's get in there and take her down already. I'm coming. Jeez. Ocarina of Time be like, oh no, they're hot. Something hot fish. You know what that means, fish! These are the same monsters that tried to overrun the Gerudo Desert. My lightning shall make them pay for that. And that is exactly why I brought Artie here.
Cut them down.
Lady Artie!
Simple enough.
Lady Artie. The Green Zora were enemies in 2D games. Operated made them hot. Now they've been friends. And if you played Echoes of Wisdom, they brought back the Green Zoras, but like, just made it so that, oh yeah, these are the River Zoras and these are the Ocean Zoras. Like, they're both Zoras, but they're just like, you know, just different variants. I feel like there's room in Zelda for more just like interesting tribes. Oh wait, I'm not even at the objective location yet. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Green Zora's kinda cute. True! Also, did I say hi, Fuzzy Crimson? What's up? How's it going? I don't know if I'd say that Breath of the Wild, or no, Tears of the Kingdom, because they weren't even in Breath of the Wild. If Tears of the Kingdom Gyvdos are my favorite, I think it's really cool that they made them like part insect. They're more than just weird mummies. Doing good, hope I'm well. I'm getting to it. I'm getting around to it. I'm just trying to start the New Year's off right. These last few months I've just been like so busy. I've been trying to take it easy. And I think it's working. Just every holiday season. Enough of this insolence! You'll suffer for your foolishness! I shall see to that myself! Every holiday season work gets like so intense. And I'm just like, it's not that deep. It's okay. And I just needed that vacation. Holy heck. Wow. I like her wings are like a dress. I am Grim Gyvdo, Archfiend of Sand. In the name of my glorious king, I shall scatter you to the winds. That one. That didn't help. Her defenses are firm, but she's still a monster like any other. We'll find and exploit her weakness. That's easy enough to say. But it's gonna be tough to hit her while she's flying around like that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Fly into it. Fly into it. Oh, baby. I do like that this is a boss that uses the fan mechanic, or the fan counter. Can I use the fan to blow back all her tornadoes? I think I can. To recharge my batteries. It's so funny. Wow, she's actually kind of just lame. Drag me down to the earth if you want. I shall still crush you beneath my raging sands. Oh, good grief, she's naked. Looks like they got rid of her wings. She's getting desperate now, so don't let up. Come on, everyone. Let's squash this bug once and for all. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I love that fist bump. Get her! Get her!
Help me out.
This is almost unfair for the Gibdo Queen.
Here.
Just like
Down.
beat up. It's that gif from JoJo Part 5 where all the gang stars are just kicking that dude. Ow! Wow, literally everything can disrupt this. I just didn't have anything. Alright, hold up. Let me just get the wind on here. Oh, I did not know she was gonna do that more than once. It would help if any of my attacks hit.
Lady Mineru.
Artie,
Simple enough.
Come on, come on, come on!
Submit.
Submit!
fight on.
We got Dami Queen versus Dami Queen. Who's gonna win?
Shall ever prevail.
The one who's the most tired, of course. The internet will eat that shit up.
In support.
This should do it!
Will never cease.
Zap this bug! Exterminated! Hell yeah.
Dare you?
Now, he wasn't even here. What do you mean, Night Construct? I didn't bring him. Bro thinks he's part of the team. You know, Billy Zane is in this game. You didn't know this was a Kingdom Hearts game?
Yes. And yet,
It's fine. It's just a controlled burn. It'll be fine. It'll all be
I
fine.
should tell you, bud. All of us Koroks get born here in this sacred forest before we go setting off on our own adventures.
So you are from here.
We travel the lands looking for someplace good to put down roots and become trees ourselves. Once we do, a new forest will start forming around us. That's how the circle of life keeps on spinning.
Wait.
But this...
The Rito said it was that construct. Another victim claimed by its hand.
Yes. It was clear even from afar. That gloom belongs to none other than Ganondorf.
Was this not the same
Unless
Korok
we can
forest?
stop this evil at its source, all of Hyrule will be met with the same cruel fate we've witnessed here.
we must never let that come to pass.
We finally laid the archfiends to rest. In my view, the time has come to topple their king once and for all.
With me, everyone. We make for Hyrule Castle.
Is this gonna be the end of the game already? I don't know, it feels kind of short compared to Age of Calamity then. I don't know, maybe I was just that into it. Just like couldn't stop with the story. I like it. I don't know, I feel like it's just missing Master Koga. Master Koga would make this game a lot better. No, this game has been great though. I'm just wondering, like, is that all there is? Is it just beat the Archfiends and Ganon? We'll see. Come, Guardian! Yes, yes, that is what he says. This is true. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, like, what about the Zora? What if the Zora put out the forest before they leave? No? Okay. They could at least try. They summon water at will. They have Zonai devices. That's true. There's no, like, excuse to not try. I don't know. I live in Los Angeles, and, you know, last year we kind of did deal with some fires ourselves. The problem is, if fires burn too hot, then like no matter how much water you throw at it, it kind of doesn't help. That's the problem. The problem is, if the fire is already burning so intensely, if you try to put it out with water, fight fire with fire. If you try to put it out with water, what happens is the water evaporates way too fast, and then it doesn't do anything. The thing that we had to do for LA's fires was we had to contain the fire by like setting a perimeter of like outside area that isn't burning yet, but like get rid of burnable material and or like wet it so that it can't burn, so that the fire doesn't continue to spread. And then the fire at least does not spread anywhere else, but everywhere that's on a fire already is kind of just screwed, unfortunately. What do you call a wall of cats? A perimeter. That's also, incidentally, how long it is. A perimeter. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. Alright, Shark, you got your one pun in for the year. Call me back in 2027. Yeah. I'm scared. I'm scared that this game is only just starting. We'll see. We'll see about that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Single-handed swords. Let's upgrade this one again. Why not? Wonderful. Pretty good. Disengage every 100 KOs. Sync straight damage plus 8 would be nice. Alright. That's the first story mission of the night. Where does it go downhill from here? Oh. Ooh, we're gonna get a new sky mission? Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Give me that Star Fox. Oh my god, so many. Finally, a new mission in the depths. It's been a while. Wait, did I not do this one yet? Have I not done any of these? Am I just like not paying attention? How do I know if I've done these yet? Oh. Oh, I've been ignoring all of these. Uh-oh. I'm just silly. I'm just silly like that, apparently. Alright, we could go back and do some level 3 quests if we want. Alright, here we go. What's going on here? Reforesting Ebra. Oh, hell yeah.
Not stopping here.
Wah, 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 wah. Still no milk. Unfortunate. So sad. I want to liberate more territories. Probably. This one is about to fall. That's okay. That's fine. Two brave warriors. Unfazed by the volcano. Well, now I feel bad that I'm not, like, doing the depths quests. Let's do one of these at least. Sword to banish shades. Sure.
A fine time to prepare before we move on.
Have to use these characters? Alright. What else? What else is on my list? Oh? I'm just like trying to get started with this year, essentially. It kind of feels like this year hasn't really started yet. The Night Construct has run off. You think he's gone after some shades? It's certainly possible. We should head over there ourselves and provide assistance in case. Oh yeah, I'm just following him. I forgot about shades. Man, it feels like the story hasn't really talked about them in a while. It's like we're concerned about a war or something.
A simple enough matter.
His power is almost beyond understanding. I'm glad he's fighting for our cause, but you still worry he might betray us. It's not that. I just can't help but think of that other construct, the one that attacked my people. Forgot the depths? That's me late game in Tears of the Kingdom. I could never forget the depths. I really liked how the depths had all the freaking Koga stuff. Even everything that was taken from you. I can understand why our friend here puts you on edge. But Zelda taught me that in trying times when you need to trust your allies the most. Yes, that does sound like her. That's where all the freaking Koga and Yiga clan stuff was. I thought that was really cool. I was really happy that like there was a whole plot line specifically around Master Koga. Because I really liked him from Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity. I would have been sad to just have him not exist anymore. And the fact that he fell down a hole in Breath of the Wild, just directly leading into Tears of the Kingdom, is so funny to me. Am I simping for Koga? Yes! He is the greatest master of all time, don't you understand? He is simply amazing. All hail Master Koga. Nope, I needed to do a... That was definitely a jump counter. I'm just kind of sad that, like, the build stuff doesn't... Like, that is the main mechanic of Tears of the Kingdom, yes. But it feels like you never really need to build anything specific to beat that game. Other than the hover bike. The absolutely busted hover bike. That's like the only thing you need in the entire game. I like that it allowed you to be creative, and I made a whole bunch of cool stuff. But it just never felt like necessary. And to give bombs. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. You enjoy Master Koga's quest line, you left him stewing for like 20 hours, though. I mean, that's fair. It's not his fault that he got stuck in the depths forever. If anything, the main thing that made me sad was how, because of the meme bike, it kind of trivialized the deaths. Or the whole thing about the deaths was like it was scary and hard to traverse. You know, there were gloom hands. Get him! Get him! Huh! I pressed B to jump off. I can't believe this. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Wait a minute! Wolf of the Fire Realms, welcome on in. How you doing? Give me 1 second. I'm fighting a frog. How's it going? How's the life, the universe, and everything? You having a good stream? Did you have a good time? Jump, 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 jump. Freaking. Wow. Come on, come on, we're so close. Persona 4 Golden! Nice! How far are you in that game? Have you finished it before? That's all Jump finished, and I admit, you fought even better than I expected, Night Construct. Indeed, we're rather fortunate to count you amongst our numbers. Amongst our... Not the same as Among Us. Not the same at all. Man. I feel old. It is no longer Among Us. Now it's 6-7. That's the thing that the kids say these days. You refuse to do anything in depth until you unlock the light stalks in certain area. That's fair. The way that I did the depths in Tears of the Kingdom was kind of... I just beelined to places that looked important. And I kind of beelined the Master Koga quest. And then besides that, I kind of just like went from light seed to light seed. Because you knew that they were in the same places as shrines. Ba 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 ba. I need to get some chicken. I wonder, is the monster part seller dude here in the overworld somewhere? I think you have to find him in the camps in game. This area falls in 2 more battles. That's fine. I'll just knock it out real quick.
Best not to fight on an empty stomach.
On your first playthrough, had to reset on the second dungeon. Took it on way too low a level. I mean, there's rarely a need to reset when you can just like leave the dungeon and come back the next day. But are you doing the thing, Wolf? Are you doing the thing where you're just like waiting until the very last day to do a dungeon? I will say, there are reasons not to do that. There are reasons not to do that.
Ready for this?
But I won't spoil or say like why. I'm just like, you know, maybe it's best to spread out a little bit. Decacho, how's it going, Decky? Welcome on in. How's life? Your judgment remains lost. Yeah, I'm glad that at least one of us is playing the Yakuza or Ryoga Gotoku games. Da 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 da. Reset on the second to last day. Oof. Well, Wolf. Well, still, at least you learned before you got too far into the game. I will say, you're aware of what happens if you're too late. I mean, yeah, if you run out of time, obviously something bad happens. I'm saying, like, there are things that you can only do after you've beaten the dungeon for that time period, but before the time period is up. And I didn't know that until, like, way late into the game. I'm like, oh, how come this person's never available? Oh, because they're only available after I beat the dungeon. That explains it. Look at you go. Maybe I should sit back and let you run the show all by yourself. No, Rafika. We want to watch the Rafika show. We're doing well enough for now, yes, but I wouldn't mind you showing me where to go next. Wow, I think you should do just kiss. More of them. I have to say, I'm starting to get pretty sick of these guys. Do I ship it? Do I ship Rafika and Kia? I don't know what. It just makes sense. Hope you're having fun time with Launch Judgment, though, Deca. Forbidden love. Can a bird and a fish kiss? Neither of them have lips. Look, she looks so happy. Rauru still looks so cool and hot. True, though. We were just saying, it's such a shame that Rauru and Minru are the only 2 Zonai. You know they had to make them siblings to explain why they went extinct. But still, like, isn't the royal lineage between Rauru and Sophia still technically part Zona? Do 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 do. Lots of fun doing the boxing side missions. Yeah! I was just saying that, like, with all the modern games coming out these days, it becomes harder and harder to justify, like, yes, the modern games are $70 now, but are they really worth the money? If there's any series that I would say is worth the money, I would say it's the Yakuza series. They just jam-pack so much. You still doing okay there, Kia? I'm worried you're gonna end up lost if you're too far away from me. Whoa! I'm fine. Though if that does happen, I'll obviously need you to come find me. Are they flirting? Easier said than done. Okay, they're not flirting, but they could be flirting. They should be flirting. I'm just saying, I ship it. I suddenly ship it. What the heck? What the heck is going on here? What is the ship name called for these two? Rafkia? Rafkia? Kifika? Pelican? Titanic? Nah, we can't sink that ship. I mean, it's one of them can fly and the other one can swim, so it doesn't really matter if their ship sinks, honestly. Yakuza Games' its own theme park. Exactly. Like $70. Like, I'm glad that for the most part, Yakuza games are still $60. And you know, some of them are even cheaper, like Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. So it's just crazy. Like, if there's any series I would say is worth that, like, it's Yakuza, and yet they charge less. They charge less than the modern AAA game. That takes care of that. As for Kia, oh, there she is. It was an honor fighting together, Rafika. I hope I was still able to help despite my lack of direction. Despite my directions? Of course you were. I owe you one, and I'd be glad to return the favor whenever you need it. In bed. What? Surf and burf. Question, is the upgraded version of Yakuza 0 worth buying right now? That's up to you. That's up to you. I think the main thing that stops me from recommending it is, one, the fact that Sega delisted the old game. I'm not sure if it's already delisted. Hold on, let me check that. Yakuza 0 delisted. Oh yeah, it's already been delisted as of last month, unfortunately. You can probably still buy the game on like a game key site. It's because, like, why would they do that? That's just so mean. It was delisted. Yeah. I'm sure you can still buy the original Yakuza 0 on a game key site. And that's the thing, like, the main thing is because the original game was only like $6 or like cheaper, depending on if you got it on sale. Like, I just cannot justify paying $50 for the upgraded version when the game, which is already amazing, was only like $6. And you know, the developers of Peak, as they said, $6 is $5. So it was basically $5. And like, to me, I actually did buy the upgraded Yakuza 0 because it was one of the only games that was quote-unquote exclusive to Switch 2. But now it's on PC. I just wanted to support the fact that the Yakuza series was on Nintendo again. It hasn't been on there for a long time, ever since like freaking the Wii U versions of Yakuza 1 and 2. But, man, the main reason I wanted it is because I actually am one of those crazy people that likes the English dub. And I think you've been playing the English dub too, right, Deca? For Lost Judgment. Like, I like the fact that they went and got like consistent English dub voice actors for Yakuza 0's director's cut. If the game was, say, $30, I would be like, yeah, it's pretty, I could justify that. But it's the 1-2 punch of replacing the original and also, like, being 50. 50 is, like, brand new game at that point, like Yakuza Pirates. And I don't know if I can abide by that. But Yakuza 0 is a great game. Yakuza 0 is a great game. It's conflicting to me, you know? That, like, I actually enjoy the English dubs for the Yakuza games because they do generally a good job. And it's really cool. It's just really cool how they got Keiji Tang, the voice actor for Ichiban, to voice Kiryu's sworn brother, Nishiki, because Ichiban and Nishiki had the same voice actor in Japanese, so it completes the loop that Ichiban and Nishiki had the same voice actor in English, to just be like, it is just canonical. It is canonical that Ichiban sounds like Kiryu's long-lost sworn Yakuza brother. And it just becomes, like, emotionally connective that maybe one of the reasons that Kiryu likes Ichiban so much is because subconsciously, whether he knows it or not, just hearing his voice reminds him of his brother. It's just, oh my god. That is so awesome that they were able to do that. That's so awesome. There might not be a Judgment 3 because of a problem with Yagami's voice actor. Potentially, which is sad. The one thing about the Yakuza series that ends up just, like, unfortunately influencing it is how they make a big deal about, like, oh, this character is voiced by this famous actor, and then they end up being problematic or canceled later, and then Yakuza has to be like, oh, you know what, they never existed actually, or they, like, replaced them with a new actor. So if there is a Judgment 3, they may just replace Yagami's voice actor in Japanese. They probably don't have to replace him in English. So that'd be, like, the one kind of thing if they ever do continue that series. They would be no stranger to doing that, but it's just a little sad that they feel the need to do that. They really said $6, nah, add a 0 and do some pretty upgrades and we're done. Yeah, no. Like, $20 I could easily say, like, oh, director's cut would be worth it. $30 would be like, I get it, that's a good price still. $40 would be like, that's a little expensive, you know, only get it if you really, really want to play Yakuza 0 with, like, an English dub. And $50 is just like, come on, Sega, come on, please. Putting the D in director's cut. Yeah, D for dollars. D for that's expensive. Oh my goodness. Woohoo. Hoo-hoo. But yeah, no. Yeah, you know. Also, what's up, Squidgy? Welcome, welcome. Bum 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 da dum ba dum bum bum da dum. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 da.
A praiseworthy act.
Just upgrading stuff. Two-handed weapons with the knight? Nah. Let's do more deaths quests because I keep forgetting to do those apparently. What are these rewards? I guess the rewards for deaths are just like money. Kinda makes me not want to do them.
This should prove useful in battle.
I guess what I'm doing right now is I'm leveling up my characters until I can do the next story mission. Which is... oh, I kind of don't have to use... I do have to use Rauru. Let's see, what are my characters at right now?
Do you some good in Rauru?
We've got a couple of characters in their 40s.
My presence alone ensures victory.
Show me what you can do.
Rafika, Artie, then let's do Zelda for this one. I'm not gonna do this right now, but that means I'm gonna have to level up Rauru and Zelda. All right, let's do that. What's this? Rending arrow.
No quitting just
Wonderful.
yet.
But yeah. Becca, what do you think you're gonna be playing this year? What do you think is gonna be on your docket, on your list? What are you looking forward to, or what do you want to play? I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, I'm just finishing the games I'm working on right now. But I kind of want to plan out, like, I want to play more retro games. That's the theme of my discussion this stream. I just want to play more retro games. And the main thing is that I want to play, like, DS games. Just, like, games from the mid-2000s. Because, like, there's those, and I also missed out on, like, certain Xbox 360 and PS3 games. And they're in a weird place. PS3, Xbox 360. Where, like, some games are just stuck on the PS3. Like Metal Gear Solid 4. And, like, older, like, I don't know, Sonic 06. So to stream those, I actually need to get my PS3. I have one, but it's just, like, it's an effort. Oh, I have to use this party.
For the struggles to come.
Let's do this one.
Time to make ready.
For the peace
That'll do it.
Shall we be going then?
Dragon Quest VII Remake, Yakuza Kiwami 3. Yeah. You think you're gonna play both on release? Deka, did you stream Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2? That's the thing. I don't know if I would love to play Kiwami 3, but I haven't even streamed Kiwami 1 and 2. Dragon Quest VII, for sure. I think if I play any quote-unquote new game the first half of this year, it will be Dragon Quest VII Remake. And I will just, like, make a promise to myself that I'm not going to be playing any other new game. Like, there's not really anything else I'm super looking forward to. It makes me wonder what Nintendo's plan is exactly for the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, what do we even know that's coming out for the Switch 2 soon? Forward! We still need a release date for the new Rhythm Heaven. I'm gonna play that, but that's not gonna take too long. That's only gonna be like 3 streams max, probably. Sonny, what's going on? Welcome on, and how you doing? How's life? How's it going? How's your new year so far? An old fox doing new tricks. Wow, Nightmare Cart. Isn't that Bloodborne game? How's that? Fops raid, Fops raid. Wow. How's it going? How's your stream? I hope you had a good time. Slice of pie, welcome on in. Oh, I could go for a slice of pie right now. That sounds real good. I got some crepe cakes in the freezer right now. That's kind of like pie. I want to eat that. I'll probably get a slice after stream today. Chicken pie. That's also good. Dude, I used to subsist on chicken pot pies from the grocery store, the frickin' Marie Callender's brand, because they used to be like $1 for each, and now they're like $4 each, and I cannot justify that. It used to be just like, yeah, just grab a couple of pies on the way out checkout because like they're so cheap. Get on it. Yeah, boy. Jump, 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 jump. Wonderful.
Is that all? With me, Zelda.
Nightmare Cart's always a good time. Yeah, exploded 50 times. Wonderful.
Meet your end.
I think I was aiming at the ceiling.
Now then.
Glad you had fun. Yeah. We're just talking about like what we want to do in this new year. Like this is the first stream where I can just like sit and mull over and like think about what I've been doing the past year and what I want to do this next year. This current year now. The short answer is more retro games. But like retro as in 2006. I know, it makes us feel old to say 2006 is retro. But you've gotta admit that 20 years, whether you believe that a certain console generation is retro or not, you gotta believe that 20 years ago is retro. What is retro now? 3 generations? I don't know anymore, but 20 years has gotta be it, right? PlayStation 3 came out 20 years ago. DS came out 22 years ago. DS is clearly retro. PS3 has to be retro now. I want to play more DS games. That's the long and short of it. And like, I have a streaming 3DS, which I believe Brad is still borrowing because I haven't really used it or needed it. Ooh, chests. Wonderful. Rhythm Games, have I tried Unbeatable? I have not. But I do see like advertisement for it. It looks good. Don't say the PS3 is retro. I'm sorry, the PS3 is retro. The PS3 came out 20 years ago this year. The Nintendo Wii came out 20 years ago this year. Remember the day you bought the brick DS? I remember that the brick DS like was unavailable anywhere for the longest time, and I would call up the GameStops and they're like, nope, sold out, nope, sold out. And then eventually I remember how I got my DS. I had to ask my friend's uncle, who is in the Navy, to get it from the Navy base like electronics store, because like that was the only place that they had them available where people couldn't just like scalp them or just like wait in line. We had to buy them because that's the thing, like a lot of Filipino uncles are in the Navy, so we just had to like ask our uncles, our in the know family members to just be like, please go to the store on the base and just like try to find a Nintendo DS, please. Why did they call it the DS? Because it didn't sell. That would have been a funny joke if it didn't literally print money. Like no matter what, that gif of Iwata and Miyamoto just like laughing with the DS saying it prints money, that gif will never go out of fashion. I'm sorry, it just cannot. It just is forever and forever. One of your top 5 gifts. And it's weird, it feels weird that we'll never really get to that place with Nintendo anymore, just because I feel like we're not really like Nintendo. I'm noticing a thing. I'm noticing a trend. I'm noticing Hinox's toenails. I'm noticing that like it feels like the millennial generation is more and more nostalgic for the DS era specifically. Because like that Android console that's DS shaped keeps getting like advertised and millennial YouTubers make videos about it, and people are like, I want the Aya Neo DS. Whoa. The millennials, they yearn for the Nintendo DS. It is a fact. You cannot deny it. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I feel nostalgic for the DS. I don't need to buy DS games though. I've got a thing called an R4. I've got a thing called the Ace card. I've got a thing called custom firmware. So no matter how many people are scalping DS games right now, I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. Went from Nintendo to Nintendo. And that's the thing. The DS came out at the perfect time when people didn't just have smartphones. So they had the perfect end-all be-all niche of... It's a cheap console, and you can have cheap games that are available on the go. And like, I don't blame Nintendo for combining the handheld and console divisions to make the Switch. And like, Switch games are all just like, there's no more handheld games, there are only Switch games. It made sense. It really did. But we'll just never get to a point where a console like the DS, I don't think it'll ever come out again. I think a company could make it. I think a small, like, game console company could exist and make the game console.
Fortune favors the bold.
Especially now that Valve is pushing hard to be like, you can use SteamOS on Android with the Steam frame, and we're gonna release all our compatibility stuff. Like, that's cool. I love that. I'm thinking that, like, maybe within the next 10 years, a company will just be like, here's our dedicated Android handheld console. But we're also gonna support Steam, and we're also gonna make our own games for it. Basically what they tried to do with the Ouya, but, like, actually be successful. It could happen. It could happen. I don't know. I feel like it. I feel like there's a gap that is not going to be filled by Nintendo or PlayStation. There's been like rumors that PlayStation might want to make a new handheld console. But even them, like, I don't think they're gonna make another Vita. I think they're gonna try to compete with the Switch and make like, yes, this is a handheld console, but it plays PS5 games. I don't think that's gonna work out for Sony, but I think because Sony also is like Nintendo in the way that they don't want to make games just for handheld. We're just stuck in this loop where no company wants to make cheap games for handheld unless they're gacha games. Because they're inherently going to compete with mobile games, and it's hard to compete with free. Who up scalping the DS? That's the other thing. The DS is getting scalped right now. Like, the actual hardware for the Nintendo DS and 3DS. Like, the price is just going up. Even though there's like so many DSs and 3DSs out there in the wild. It makes me feel happy that I'm somebody who owns like... How many 3DSs do I own? I got a 3DS XL. I have the original 3DS, but like... Technically my friend has it right now. I've got the new 3DS XL. I've got 2 new 3DS not XLs. One of them is Japanese. I've got another... I have a 2DS that I use for my streaming capture. And I have a 2DS XL because I bought the Dragon Quest Slime Edition. Oh my god, I have so many 3DSs. Why do I have so many 3DSs? It just felt right to have so many. So they just came out with so many editions of that console. Crazy. Will I ever sell one of those? Maybe my new 3DS XL. No, maybe my original 3DS XL, not the new 3DS XL. I feel like that's the one version that I don't need. Because I have a new 3DS XL. I have new 3DSs. I don't know. But I've just been saying this. I feel like there's a reason that the Android consoles are becoming popular right now. I've been kind of wanting one. I've been wanting an Android console. But I want... It's hard to justify one unless it can handily play, I don't know, like PS2 and Dreamcast games. Which is funny that, like, it keeps going back to that. I have a Steam Deck, right? I have a Steam Deck. The Steam Deck plays,
King Raru!
I'll take it from here.
you know, pretty much anything I'd want to emulate. Noble Impact, yeah. Damn.
In support.
But it's not portable. That would be the main reason I would get a mobile console. Because to just have something I can throw in a backpack and just be like, this is my console. This is my handheld game emulator. Honestly, yeah, because it's just hard to justify. If I have a like Android console that only goes up to like PS1 and 64, you know what I could just use instead? I could use a freaking PS Vita. I have a modded PS Vita.
I have you.
I have you. And the PS Vita could easily emulate like freaking N64 PS1. So I feel like the only real justification would be to get something that at least plays Dreamcast. I wouldn't play much. I wouldn't play much on it that's Dreamcast. Like I would probably play like Jet Set Radio, play like Shenmue, play like Crazy Taxi.
Let's try this.
That's not. Oh, dang it. Oh, the. Right, hold on. I need to put temporal toss on that button. Temporal counter on that button. I guess that works. Now my muscle memory has told me that like the reflect is RA.
If I'm with you.
Victory is assured.
Beamcast.
Meet your end.
Meat.
Take on.
Prepare yourself.
Why did the ostrich jailbreak his Steam Deck? Because he wanted to see an emulator. You don't even need to jailbreak the Steam Deck for that. You can just install it. It's Linux.
I'm all right.
I'm just like a spoil sport that that just like breaks down jokes. I am the meme master. It's my responsibility to like make sure memes and jokes make sense.
I'll see you through.
ROG Ally, I'm pretty sure you can also just install stuff on that. It's just the Windows system. One of my best friends sold his Steam Deck and bought a ROG Ally. And it's really cool. Like, it totally makes sense as an upgrade if you have a Steam Deck. Because at that point, it just plays Windows games. The only thing that's, like, kind of a downgrade is the battery life. But that was kind of gonna be the case no matter what.
Prepare yourself.
Success!
Yes.
Blake, well, come on in. Chicken Warrior, that's me! With a tiny sword and shield and everything. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Meow wow!
Minoru.
I'll do as you Night construct.
Night Construct. We're talking about those cool little Android consoles you can buy these days. And I'm just like, I can't justify buying one unless it's better than a PS Vita. PS Vita is a great little console. Like, I'm kind of sad that it didn't really do well. Because, like, it's very powerful, and it's very capable, and it has some great games that still never came to the PS5 or anything like that. And, it's an amazing MP3 player, actually.
support.
Like, as far as consumer MP3 players, the Sony PS Vita actually has like one of the best like audio DACs. Sometimes you have to remember that Sony is an audio company. So like on their freaking Android phones and on their PS Vitas, it's just like there is high quality professional equipment here. Like if you ever listen to music off of a PS Vita, it sounds freaking amazing. Yeah, it's Sony, so their DACs are good. Enjoy gaming. Thank you, God, please. Have a good night. Like, I've got a PS Vita just sitting in a box right now. But, like, I loaded it up with MP3s and just, like, oh my god. Oh, Spain!
I'm here.
Bum bum ba da da dum ba da dum dun 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 dun. But yeah. Oh man.
This isn't easy.
Like, okay, maybe if I were to get one of those emulator consoles, I actually would be kind of interested in the DS one. Not because I don't have a DS, but because I don't know, it's something that would make it different from the PS Vita. And it probably, well, not even probably, I just know for a fact it's powerful enough to also run a Dreamcast emulator. Sad the shop is down. Basically a brick now unless you got game cards for the Vita. Yeah, I mean, basically you kind of have to hack it. You kind of have to hack it. Which I believe everyone was going to do anyway. It's actually really easy. People talk about how easy it is to mod a 3DS. It is actually really easy to mod a PS Vita. Because even though the memory cards were never, like, sold for cheap, people found out that they just made little adapters so that you can put a micro SD card in the regular game card slot. And then you could have way more space than they ever put out on a PS Vita card. Like, PS Vita memory cards, I believe, maxed out at 64 gigabytes. And they always cost like $100. And now it's like, yeah, you know, just pop in a 2 terabyte micro SD, whatever. And you can just have a billion PS Vita games on there. And whatever emulator you want. That's at least 1 gigabyte. Wow. So, like, while all this nostalgia happens for the Nintendo DS and 3DS, people are sleeping on the PS Vita. Get you a PS Vita if you've ever wanted one. Or if you want one of those Android emulator consoles. Because then the question becomes, what does an Android emulator console give you that a PS Vita doesn't? Let me just check real quick. Dreamcast emulator PS Vita. Did they ever make a Dreamcast emulator? Flycast. Okay. Let me just check how good that is. Flycast, Vita, Jet Set Radio. Alright. Does it run well? Does it run well? I'm gonna find somebody's freaking video. Here's a video from 2021. Let's see. They played Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 3rd Strike. I'm gonna hope that they run well. At least the 2D fighting games have to run well, right? Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur runs at 12 frames per second. Alright, okay, well. Never mind. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Aya Neo Pocket DS Dreamcast. Alright. Aya Neo Pocket DS. The DS shaped Android console that got really popular in September of last year. How well does that emulate Dreamcast? iNeo Pocket DS Soul Calibur. You know what's really gonna be exciting? If they come out with one of those Android emulator consoles, and then they get it working with the thing that Valve is gonna put out. The thing that Valve is gonna put out where let's liberate this area.
We may be able to use this.
Where you can play Steam games on Android. If that happens,
Let's go.
and it can at least run like, I don't know, indie games on Steam. Like, I don't know, Sucker for Love. I don't know why that came to mind. I guess because I played it using my Steam Deck. Other indie games. That could like absolutely raise the value proposition of those consoles a billionfold. That's like 720 frames per minute. And you didn't even need DLSS. I think Valve was gonna put out Half-Life 3. You assumed that they were ever gonna put that out. I say, in which people are saying there's a maybe possibility they release Half-Life 3 this year. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. People are like, oh, Half-Life 3 is gonna come out, it's gonna be exclusive to the Steam machine. That doesn't make any sense.
Ready for this?
It's just a PC. How can it have exclusives?
Zelda.
Zelda. Oh no. With your strength and my speed, these monsters don't stand a chance. It'll be exclusive to everything that can run Linux. It'd be so funny if it was exclusive to Linux. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was a retailer in Czech. There was an online retailer in Czech that like leaked the price of the Steam machine in Steam Frame. And you know, take it with a grain of salt because who knows if those were like the MSRPs or if they're gonna have a different price in the US or if like the retailer was marking up the price. You just never know. But basically, the Steam machine came out to $1,000 or $800 if you got like the less storage version, I think. And the Steam frame came out to $650. For the Steam frame, that made sense to me. Like there was, I felt like it wasn't going to be as cheap as a MetaQuest, especially because like Meta almost loses money on headsets, or I think they do lose money on headsets. Cool. That y'all weren't fighting anything. Good job. They're just showing off father-daughter Kamehameha. Ow! That's not fair. I was in the middle of an animation. Ow! If you got a terminal from 1995 running Unix, you're out of luck. Aw, man. What would Linus Torvald say about this? Whoa!
Armed and ready. Sorry about this.
But for the Steam machine, like, yeah, no, everybody's saying like, oh, it better cost $200. Like, no. The thing was not gonna be cheap because like computer prices right now suck, unfortunately. So the best it could do is probably be like exactly as good as a comparable PC right now. So $1,000 seems right. The sad thing is that like power-wise, it is only about as good as a base PS5. And like, I can't disagree.
Not bad.
Like, it's an okay deal, especially with PC prices right now. And what do you have to do to get a decent gaming PC right now? Like, the sad thing is, to get a comparable PC, you will pay that much. Or maybe even more. Especially with RAM prices right now. I don't agree with the people saying, like, it's dead in the water because of that. I think Valve will probably just not make that many. The point is really just to have it exist. And then it's a reason for them to work on their, like, Steam OS stuff. Just the RAM would be $300 plus. Yeah, for 16 gigabytes. It's insane. It's sad. I feel like if it wasn't for AI driving up the prices of computer parts right now, they could have released the Steam Machine at like $700, which would still have made it more expensive than the PS5, but it still would have made more sense. Can't wait for the AI bubble to pop. Me too. Me three. It's just the, like, the things that big companies want to use it for are not what they think it's going to be useful for. I keep saying this. I keep having to say this. The more years go by and AI is still not dead. I think the technology is interesting and it will one day probably be useful. But it is not going to do the things that people want without stealing concepts from people, which is, you know, kind of an ethical concern. There was a big stink lately. There was a game developer, I believe, who was just like, ah, yes, we are going to use AI ethically because we are gonna use it just for pre-concept art, and we're just gonna use it trained on our own data and not anybody else's. But like, for generative AI, it has to be trained on generic data, and billions of it, because the whole point is it has to know generic knowledge with like a base model in order to make, like, to build on that knowledge. So specifically for that use case, it is not possible to not be trained on other people's data without their consent. It is impossible to train it on just your data for that use case, for generating things. But say, like, AI upscaling for, like, video games, for DLSS, that is a case where it does make sense. That is a case where you could train it on, like, specifically just this one video game, because it will only ever be used to upscale this video game. That's where that makes sense. That's where you can say, like, at the very most, there's some generic data that NVIDIA could probably, like, put in themselves. I'm not going to be an authority on this. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it does require other generic data. But it seems to me that, like, that's one of the only even remotely ethical use cases for the AI technology right now. And even then, like, that's problematic because game developers, more specifically game publishers, are using it as a way to not have to optimize games, because they're like, oh, just throw DLS on it. Just throw some DLSS on it. It's fine. Like, no, that's not how games should work. Games should run well, period. And then DLSS is for the future when, like, your graphics card is old. I'm gonna do one more not story mission, and then I'll do another story mission. Let's do this one.
Time to rest my wings.
Yeah, I haven't done this one yet.
All for the Gerudo.
We fight as fellow.
All for the Gerudo. It'll be like one of those Estetian comb don't what? Extractor videos. I don't even know what that is.
My storm shall rage on.
Valve did to spend time and resources developing a powerful platform. Yeah, for the Steam machine. Like, I have no doubts that Steam OS can save some of that performance. Like, early reports are that, like, it's just so much optimization and so much less Windows overhead that you actually get better performance in some games on the Steam machine than on freaking than on Windows on a comparable computer. Pastry's going to bed. Have a nice stream. Pastry, isn't it super late for you? Have a good night. Absolutely. Thanks for coming on by. Hope you enjoyed. This is why I picked Age of Imprisonment for today's stream, because it's just like, I can talk about whatever. I can talk about whatever and just catch up with people. One of those few games where I can. Yeah, bold to pop, pimple pop. Ew.
Carry on.
Theoretically, other AI graphics engines are also ethical, like models to clean up medical imaging. Yeah, those are cases where like the training data is specifically provided publicly, so that you know other people can learn for it. Like that is the reason for it. So like as long as people aren't like raising insurance premiums and whatnot based off of AI results, theoretically the medical field could use AI ethically and usefully. I just know that, you know, as long as there's money involved, capitalism is gonna find a way to screw it up. Sadly. Oh baby!
This fight is mine.
Ba 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 ba. All right, we gotta move. They're raising insurance premiums based off Fitbits and smartwatches. No.
Certainly. In Hyrule's name, I have you.
But yeah, I feel like at this point, everything that's been said about AI has been said. Discord put out a survey. Because the thing is, Discord, I believe, either just went public on the stock market, or like they just got sold or something. Either way, like they are getting pressured to like add AI, and there was a survey that they put out. There was a survey they put out, like, oh, would Discord users be okay if we added AI to Discord? And like all the people on Blue Sky were just like, to take the survey and say we don't want AI. On the one hand, you love to see it. On the other hand, you know what's gonna happen is that they're gonna find out that people like bombarded the survey. Because like at that point, it's not a representation of random Discord users. It is a representation of the people that found it and are angry. And it should be, you know, people should be listened to if they, you know, feel strongly about something that they don't want added to their favorite platform. But what's gonna happen is they're gonna say, oh, this data is no longer good. This data is no longer representative because it got like spammed. and they're just gonna throw it out. So I appreciate the intentions, but like, man, it's sad that they're probably gonna ignore it and they're probably gonna add AI to Discord anyway. But we'll see. We'll see. People are already just like looking for alternatives to Discord, and I don't know. If they add AI to Discord, I think I will just make a new server on whatever the replacement ends up being. And it's honestly not like people really use my Discord anyway. I'm just like, I just have it as a place to get updates and, you know, just hang out. The scuttlebutt is that they've added QL toggles that may become premium features later. I mean, that's, you know, fine, I guess. As long as just like, it's not AI. Though they can charge for what they want as long as the basic functionality is still there. What's up, McPatches? How's it going? Thanks for the raid. Patch again between pages. Takata, welcome on in. How's it going? How's your new year so far? Welcome. Sorry. Sorry, I've got like a little bit of acid reflux. Wah. Paper Mario. Paper Mario. That's a good game. Are you playing it for the first time? Or are you replaying it? I've just been saying this whole stream that I want to play more retro games. And I'm really happy that other people are too. Going well. Promoted to full-time at work. Playing the first play of Mario 64. Paper Mario 64, you mean? That's cool. That's exciting. I'm hoping you enjoy it. If you played Thousand Year Door, I'm interested to see how you think it compares. Ba 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 ba.
I've further yet to go.
Back and more retro and retro adjacent. Yeah. I think that's my theme of 2026. I've just been talking about it whole stream. Basically, just like, I love new Nintendo games, but like they're getting more and more expensive, and they're providing not less and less, but it feels like just not the value. So unless something really good and exciting comes out, say like the new Rhythm Heaven that's planned, or the new, maybe they make a new Star Fox or F-Zero, I don't really feel the need to play the new Nintendo games right now anymore. Let's see what they come out with. I'll be excited if they announce a new Zelda or something, but I don't know. What is even upcoming? Upcoming Nintendo games. Like, do they even have anything scheduled for the Switch 2 anymore? Da-da-da. Let's see. As of 2026, we've got, as far as new games from Nintendo, Mario Tennis Fever. I'm like, I love Mario Tennis, but like, I don't need a new one. I got my fill of aces, and I'm like, that's it. I'm done. Resident Evil Requiem, that's coming out on PC. The new Tomodachi Life, like, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream that. I say as I'm like trying not to play everything new. New Super Mario Brothers Wonder, like, I already played Wonder. Yoshi Mysterious Book, I keep forgetting that exists. Monster Hunter Stories 3, I'm not gonna stream that. Rhythm Heaven Groove, I will definitely play and stream. Oh yeah, that new Mega Man that got announced, huh? Mega Man, I keep forgetting what it's called, but like basically Mega Man 12. Other than that, there's nothing I'm super excited for, gonna be honest. I'm looking at this like big old list of upcoming games, this upcoming image, and I'm just like, what am I excited for? Virtual Boy, Virtual Console, of course, yes. They confirmed Super Mario Wonder 2. No, it's the Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Wonder, which it's weird because that game's not even that old. That game only came out like what, 2 years ago? So to have a Switch 2, I mean, I guess technically Tears of the Kingdom also came out recently, but I just don't think it needed a Switch 2 edition. Like, it didn't run badly. Like, it didn't need like an update. It just, it's just a weird, just weird. We'll likely get a direct soon, maybe. Unless Nintendo does the thing where they announce a direct and say like, oh, it's coming out in 2 months. I don't really think that there's much that would like super excite me for the Switch 2. I think that's okay. I think there's a lot of Switch 2 games that people have been sleeping on, and as people buy Switch 2, they can like start playing them. Splatoon Raiders might be interesting. Pokemon Pokopia seems neat. But as far as me, things that I'm like, I must play this, I must play it on release, and I am very likely to stream it, would probably only be Rhythm Heaven Groove. That's kind of it. Tomodachi Life, maybe. Hear me out, Billy Hatcher. That's a Sega property. They can make a new one if they want, but I don't think that's coming. A new Star Fox. They manifested it. I would love that. I would play that on release. Hell yeah. We need a new Star Fox. I think they'll probably do what happened with like Twilight Princess, where they're like, oh, people said they didn't like Wind Waker, even though Wind Waker's amazing. But we're gonna make a more traditional Zelda game. So it's like, oh, people didn't like Star Fox Zero, we're gonna make a more traditional Star Fox game. Maybe. I don't know. They're reviving Bubsy. Bubsy 4D. Have you not seen Bubsy 4D, Squidgy? Bubsy 4D is a new game from the makers of Demon Tides and Demon Turf, and which is a freaking amazing platformer with super fantastic feeling momentum and jumping. People have played the demo of Bubsy 4D that's been at like game shows, and they're saying it is one of the best platformers they've ever played. Like, it is insane that all they had to do was give it to a quality developer, and they're making a great game. And also, Sean Chiplock, the voice of Rivali, is voicing Bubsy 4D. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Duskblood, possibly Adventure of Elliot. I feel like I've seen those games. I just don't remember them right now. This is the first you've heard of it. Well, I guess we can watch a trailer for that. I guess we can watch a trailer for that while we're just like in between missions. Man, I don't usually just like dilly-dally, shilly-shally when I stream like this, but I'm like, it's been too long. It's been too long. I don't think Bubsy is gonna be upset. Bubsy the character. I don't think Bubsy's gonna be upset if I just like put this in my VOD. FromSoft. Oh, isn't Duskblood that new Nintendo Switch like exclusive from FromSoft? Adventure Elliot Square Enix. That sounds interesting.
Yo!
Yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, here's Bubsy, voiced by Sean Chiplock.
Yo! Remember me? Your old pal Bubsy? From all those classic games you loved.
Bubsy, heck yeah. What's up, Snowmans? Bubsy 3D!
What could possibly go wrong? Forget about that. Let's talk about the new one. Bubsy 4D!
I like how his tie is the exclamation point.
This I like.
Fabrez.
Where are we going next?
Like, it looks, look at that momentum. Look at that movement. It actually looks amazing. And it is amazing from what people have said.
That's more moves than that Italian plumber has. Woo!
Like, my god. What? I know there was a resurgence in like 3D platformers.
Explain to me why I turn into a hairball now? They call me the Orange Blur.
There was like a resurgence of collectathon platformers. I feel like this is the resurgence of just like platformers. There better be after Astrobot, right? Yeah. Furries are already thirsty for the new Bubsy. I believe they always were. For every Bubsy.
You know, I've only
Nothing's
got
different.
one brain cell, right? And it's working overtime on this baby. Atari? I didn't even know they were still around.
Honestly, though, I mean, the Atari that exists today is not even like the classic Atari. That's just a new company under the old name. Just so you know. Just so you know. Oh, do not update. Okay. But yeah. Y'all, video games. We live in a good time for video games. That's why I'm saying, like, unless something new and amazing and super awesome is announced, like, very soon, I think this is gonna be a year of me just playing older games, and I think that's okay. I don't know. There are people that, like, say that the Switch 2 has no games, but, like, I'm finding myself with too many games to play on Switch 2. Age of Imprisonment is a banger. Freaking Switch 2 editions of Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon Legends ZA are, like, the best versions of those games. We got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is actually a fantastic game. I think people are just not, like, they're trying to justify not buying a Switch 2 to say, like, oh, those games aren't worth buying. And I'm like, you can just say that you don't have the ability to play it because you don't have the money for a Switch 2. You can just say that. That's fine. Like, nobody's gonna judge you for that. And if they do, they're weird. I'm just like, hey, you know, if in the future the Switch 2 lowers in price and you can afford it, then those games will still be there and they'll be cheaper. They'll be, like, good games to play no matter what. And I'm like so weirded out by the people that feel the need to just be like, no, it's terrible. Don't you see? It was like, it's just so mid. And like, you didn't even play it. You didn't even watch it. You don't know anything about it. You just know that the console's expensive. So I'm just like, please, just like, understand that the cost of these things is a non-factor in the long run when, like, in the future, when you have game console, when you have, like, in the future, when, like, you can emulate these games on your PC because PCs will be more powerful and also hopefully not expensive, then, like, you can play them and they can be good games. And, like, you won't even have to pay Nintendo for them. Wow, isn't that great? Isn't that great? Just want to switch to fall on your lap. People forget the first year of OG Switch was pretty quiet. It was. It's just the fact that Breath of the Wild tided people over for literal months that, like, they didn't notice. Yeah. It has no games, but doesn't have bacon and no games. Unlimited bacon, but no games. Speaking of art styles, your chat, we're talking about the new style in DQ7 Reimagine. Now you want Chrono Trigger and FF6 in that style. I think Chrono Trigger could work great in that style. I was literally saying when I was playing the Dragon Quest VII demo, I want a Chrono Trigger remake, not to be exactly the style of Dragon Quest VII Reimagine, but to be something more like it, where instead of HD 2D, they have something where the backgrounds look super realistic, and then maybe the characters are like more anime or stylized like the dolls in Dragon Quest VII Remake, or maybe they can be 2D sprites, but not like HD 2D where, oh hey, look, there's this Super Nintendo sprite on a 3D plane. No, it could be like a super beautiful high resolution Akira Toriyama style artwork on a realistic 3D background. I feel like that's what I want a Chrono Trigger remake to look like. It could happen. I could see it. I could see the vision. If there was an F-Zero game, you'd run towards the Switch too. Yeah. Air Raiders Bonanza. Yeah, Bonanza is freaking amazing, actually. Like, if I didn't have other games to play, I'd still be playing Bonanza. Like, it's like how, I don't know, it depends on per person. Like, if you 100%ed Odyssey, they're like, you realize there was so much to do, even if it wasn't totally required. Same thing with Bonanza. Bonanza is like, so much of the game is optional, but there's so much to do. And it's all on your pace of if you want to do it. Yeah. Da, da, da. And Air Raiders looks amazing. I just have not played it yet because I just know I'd be terrible at it. Chrono Trigger purists are gonna complain that it's a demake. Here's the thing, like, just fuck those people. No, like, here's the thing about Chrono Trigger. I do believe that Chrono Trigger is already like a perfect game. Like, I believe you could just pick it up right now and play it, and it would stand up the test of time, even without a graphics update, because the graphics were just that good to begin with. And here's the thing. because of that reason, I don't think that a Chrono Trigger remake should just be like, oh, it's just better 2D sprites with a better 2D background. Like, that is like functionally the same thing as what they did with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, where it's exactly the same because they were afraid to change anything, and it's just better graphics. Like, sure, that makes the least number of people angry, but also, like, there's not much of a reason to play it over the original. At least in my opinion. So, I feel like the best way to, like, preserve the legacy of Chrono Trigger while also, like, adding something, or at least, like, presenting it in a way that it couldn't have been done before, is, like, do something that really, really pays homage to the Akira Toriyama art style, especially, you know, to respect Toriyama after his passing. I don't think it should just be cel-shaded 3D. I think it should really, like, feel like Toriyama. Like, maybe it could be like what they did with Dragon Ball FighterZ, where it's 3D, but they really try hard to make it evoke the 2D aesthetic, the, like, anime aesthetic of Toriyama's art. Like, if they did something like that for Chrono Trigger, the only thing is I don't feel like it would match the tone to be, like, super flashy, stylistic, which FighterZ is. I don't think it would match the tone for Chrono Trigger. So maybe something that is similar, but not, like, as dynamic and flashy. Just try to evoke the 2D animation of Toriyama, you know? DLC for Bonanza sucks. I've heard. I'm kind of like, here's the thing, like, even without the DLC, I think Bonanza was a very complete game. So, like, when people say, oh, they're charging so much money to finish the game that they should have had for free, I'm like, I think you just don't need it. I'm legitimately just not buying the Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC, and I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna miss out on content. I don't care. I don't think it's worth the money. It's great, like, in concept, like going back to DK Island and nostalgia and all that. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that because I know I'm not gonna play it. Squidgy's a fan of any art style that makes the graphics look more human. Yeah. Changing stuff for Chrono Trigger makes the most sense for Chrono Trigger. It's a game about time travel. Yeah. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. It'd be funny, like, the thing they did for Final Fantasy VII Remake, where they literally made it an alternate timeline. Sorry, spoilers, but that game's been out for a while. They literally made it an alternate timeline. It's just, like, so funny to me that that would have made more sense if they did that for Chrono Trigger instead. But instead, they did it for Final Fantasy VII and made people angry. Or at the very least, confused people. Fine, I guess I'll do another one of these while I'm talking. I'm
curious how this goes.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger, now with AI, please no. Take your pick of your monkey's paw.
Let's go.
Chrono Trigger, now with AI, or Chrono Trigger, now with microtransactions. Remember when Final Fantasy, they had that Ever Crisis game that's like, oh, it's Final Fantasy VII, but more faithful of a remake. So, you know, everybody who was angry at Final Fantasy VII Remake can play this instead. And then it turned out to just be this microtransaction, whatever. Bum, 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 bum. Can't wait for the Paul and Peter middle name to allow me to be Crispy Chicken. No. My middle name is Prosciutto. Mamma mia. That's my lore now. I'm Chris Prosciutto Chicken. Do, 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 do. Played that for a year. Had someone get pissed when you said it was shit. What are we talking about? Final Fantasy VII Remake? I think it's a fine game. I think it does a lot of things that I really like as far as evolving the Square Enix RPG formula. I just don't think it's Final Fantasy VII. Oh, Ever Crisis. Fair enough.
Strength flows through me.
Da, da, da. You love the remake trilogy so far. I still haven't played Rebirth. I'm kinda waiting to see if it comes to Switch 2 at this point. No, that's not true. I'm kind of spoiled by the PS5 performance. And, you know, also now PC at this point. When I played the demo for Final Fantasy VII Remake on Switch 2, like, it runs great. It runs really solidly and stably at 30 frames per second with upscaling. But it runs really stable, which is really nice for graphics that are comparable to the PS4 version. And that's really cool. Like, it proves that Nintendo finally has a console that is at par with, you know, current gen in a way. If by current gen, you know, we're considering freaking Xbox Series S. But it does mean that as long as they are making games for the Xbox Series S, games will be playable on Switch 2. Like, portable to Switch 2.
I expect great things.
The company you work for is the acquisitionee in a hostile acquisition. Uh-oh. What's going on? Rebirth was fun. You gotta say the lighting is hideous. Oh, I haven't seen Rebirth. Why is it hideous? Did they try to, like, overbloom it because of the whole, like, oh, we're going to Costa del Sol. We gotta have the beach episode. Everything has to be bright. I wonder if that's different whether you pay the PC version or something. Chris Pratt chicken? That's not my name. I'm not a Chris Pratt. Everything in normal daytime looks so overblown. Oh. I'm hoping that, like, if I play the PC version of that, I can just, like, turn it down. Or maybe, like, maybe it's just better on the PC version because I can, I don't know, maybe turn on ray tracing or something. Or maybe the problem is ray tracing and I can turn it off ray tracing. I don't know. I need to see it. But Yuffie sure looks nice. Yuffie is 16. Just so you know.
I'll not yield.
Dun 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 dun. Not like that. Just so you know. Just so you know.
I'd be honored.
Anyway, 30 frames per second. That's the sad thing, that, like, the performance looked bad on my monitor. But only because my monitor is 240 hertz. And I've just been spoiled by games running super awesome on it. Even Metroid Prime 4 can run at 120 frames per second on my monitor. And then I just go to 30 frames per second. I'm like, oh, I'm sad now. Da, da, da. We are not peak pricing that out, Short. That is not the same thing. Enhance weapons. I will enhance Artie's weapon because I'm bringing Artie into the next story mission underleveled. Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. Wonderful. You were close. Bum, bada bum bum. But anyway, I want to play more games. I want to play more retro games. I was thinking of streaming Chrono Trigger sometime. Oh, I was wanted to do it last year, but I had no time, so I'm thinking about doing it this year. I'm basically putting together a list. I'm putting a team together. I'm putting together a list of like games I want to play this year that are retro. Right now, the list is just Fallout 3, and I may or may not stream these, but like Fallout 3, Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, Chrono Trigger is now on that list. Maybe Earthbound, but now it's just like, do I want to put Chrono Trigger and Earthbound in the same year? Do I want to put Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, and Dragon Quest VII in the same year? That's the hard part. Oh no, Fallout 3 is retro. Fallout 3 is retro. We were going over this earlier in the stream. The PS3 came out 20 years ago. I can say that now, that it's 2026. It is a 20-year-old console this year. The Wii is a 20-year-old console this year. The DS is a 22-year-old console this year. Old! I'm old! Yeah. I'm old! Alright, I'm doing the story mission. It may,
I can ill afford to neglect my preparation.
It may require me to read the dialogue more, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it before the end of the night at the very least. Sorry, Agreston. You're not on a high enough level for this.
Anything I can do, I'll do it.
We fight as fellow citizens of Hyrule.
Let's go! We're playing New Vegas lately, still a banger. Yeah! I'm in a Fallout, I've been in a Fallout mood because I keep getting recommended. Artie's pretty. I've been getting recommended clips of Fallout games where the character just like does silly things, like hypnotize a raider to just like fix them, or like arm the bomb in Megaton, you know, stuff like that. Normal stuff. I'm gonna finally try Fallout 1 and 2. Hell yeah! You play New Vegas with infinite carrying capacity because heck, inventory management. And you know what? The beauty of those games is you can mod them to play however you want. That's great. Even if it's not how Bethesda originally intended them, it's just the games are so moddable that like you just create the experience you want. All right, we're ready for war, y'all. Can we talk about how unpractical Zelda's outfit is for combat?
Take heart,
yes.
my soldiers. The archfiends are slain, and the monster hordes weakened. Slowly but steadily, we repel the Demon King's army.
It's funny that they kept it canon tears, but like they could have given her a different outfit.
Forget, we face an enemy of immeasurable strength. Even with our secret stones, sacrifice is inevitable. All the same, if your hearts beat for the glory of this resistance, then stand tall at my side and fight to reclaim Hyrule!
Yeah!
I ask you, join me in this pursuit!
Yeah! I like it's the Gerudo first to cheer on. They're the ones most invested. They're like, yeah, fuck Ganon. Fuck him. New Vegas is mod required. Every Bethesda game is mod required at this point.
You want us to run away, like cowards?
That's not what I'm saying. We just need a plan in case things go wrong at the castle. Okay?
Lady Kia, you mustn't think of it as surrender. At times, you must retreat for greater victory. Isn't that correct, Your Majesty?
But of course, finishing this at Hyrule Castle would be ideal. With the secret stones in our possession, it's not impossible.
It's symbolic!
Yet Ganondorf has one of his own, remember? We'll need to be ready for any potential outcomes.
I still don't feel like I'm at the end of this game. Something's gotta happen,
That's
you know?
why I've prepared a contingency plan in an area of the depths beneath Hyrule Field. We'll act as a lure, draw the Demon King down there, and bring his cruel reign to an end.
But it does seem like the lead up
That's my kind of plan.
to the imprisonment, so...
I mean, please, continue.
Right. As I've already explained to Zelda, the lands beneath Hyrule's surface are home to countless sites of sacred power. At one such site where that power is at its strongest, we'll make our final stand against Ganondorf's tyranny.
And I assure you, we'll be well prepared when the time comes.
I think I just don't want this game to end, yo. It's been so
With
good.
a trap of sorts, a means by which Zelda and Rauru will be able to wield even greater strength. It is certain to give us an advantage in the battle ahead.
Zelda's just like, I know this will work because I already
Even
saw
so,
Ganondorf trapped in
Ganondorf
it.
is nothing if not cunning. Will he not see through this ploy?
He'll drink
Arrogance
extra
can
water.
turn the wisest man into a fool. He's proud to a fault and thinks little of our army.
Thank you, Uncle Iroh.
Even if he saw through our plan, he would still follow us down there, confident he could win. Although, I do have one concern.
I would have
Hyrule
loved if...
Castle is shrouded in a thick gloom and teeming with swarms of powerful
I would have
monsters
loved
at
if
that.
Egraston was voiced by
I
freaking
can't help but wonder, how do you expect
Aku
to
from
bridge
Samurai
their
Jack.
defenses?
Uncle Iroh from Avatar. Unfortunately, the voice actor is long gone.
Good question.
Rest in peace, Mako.
One we've already thought of.
Yeah. Could have maybe been voiced by the guy that got to replace him in the new Samurai Jack. I think his name is Greg something. Your favorite name, Shark? Greg. Do you have any ginseng tea? It's my favorite.
What a fine means of transportation.
It was a gift from a god to the kind Rito, the Stormwind Ark.
Wow, we're on the
Descended from the heavens, returning the wind to their lands.
we're on the arc with the
Freely
Molduga.
sails the kingdom,
Not Molduga,
steered
the
solely by Mineru's
what is
spirit.
it? The flying
I'm
thing.
not certain freely is the word I would use. It's still rather old, remember. But it should be more than capable of delivering us to the Great Plateau.
How convenient.
Indeed.
How are things looking on the ground, Rafika?
Good enough. Everyone's already on the move and making great time.
Now kiss.
With the land and air contingents supporting each other's advance, we should keep casualties to a minimum.
You going, man?
Be careful out there.
We're almost at Hyrule Castle, so it's time we get to work. This ark's not gonna defend itself.
Right. Be sure to come back safe.
You know, it'd be crazy. Who's kissing who? What's up, Penguin? Rafika and Kia. They had a mission together, and it was like oddly flirty.
No.
And I'm like, I ship it.
Summon all the vile monsters you want. We'll see how they handle an attack from the sky. Ganondorf.
Why is Rafika aura farming in this scene? Why him of all? Because he's cool, yes. But like that was a weird like. I don't know why he was the main character of this cutscene. I guess because it's Sky. All right, Ganondorf, prepare to dehydrate. It'll happen soon. Baba. Wow. Got his hands. Oh, they revived the Archfiends. Are we gonna have to boss rush them?
No further failures.
Or is this them? Is this them turning into the forms we see them in Tears of the Kingdom?
Let's see how long you can keep up this struggle of yours, Rauru.
Is that Matt Mercer? It is Matt Mercer. He was Matt Mercer in Tears of the Kingdom. They got him back. All right, Star Fox time, baby. I just really wanted to do a Star Fox level before I ended the stream for the night. We're getting close to Hyrule Castle now. Don't let your guard down for 1 second, bud. This is for you, Sir Construct. Right, I forgot I can just hold. Hope it helps you through the hardships yet to come. Good. Our forces on the ground appear to be holding their own against the monster hordes. Then we're doing our job in supporting them. Push onward at once. Wing. Use the boost to get through. Do a barrel roll. We're going down. Something's up ahead. Looks different. Don't worry, I'll send someone to help them. You two keep moving. Oh, do I fly through all the rings and get a warp zone? Behind you, Night Construct. Use the brakes. Oh my god, it's turning into freaking the shooty sections from Nier Automata. Ow. Oh! The enemy onslaught has begun to grow more intense. That just means we're closer than ever. Stay focused, everyone. Jesus. Yeah, there's a lot happening over here. Okay, I've finally relearned how to use my weapons effectively. Always weird to go back and play OG Star Fox with no voice acting. Seems like everything's going good with the arc. Just gotta keep this up and we'll be in the clear. Oh no, a Gleeok. Not again. Man, the Gleeoks are so cool though. Should've known we had to go up against one of these Gleeok things. Looks tougher than the last one we fought too. Our ships will be in trouble if we try and take them on here. We'll see them someplace nice and isolated. I'm trying to read, Calamo. I mean, I'm trying to dodge. Everything's going according to plan. Don't falter now, you two. I can't read and also just like fight this thing at the same time. Ugh. Oh, I didn't notice. You have to pay attention to so much in this fight. Hold on. Sorry, I cannot read chat while I'm fighting this. Yeah, the unfortunate thing, I just knew that I'd be kind of beholden to the story once I got into this specific mission. I've been trying to avoid it. Weak point smash! Look out, Fox! Bogey on your tail! Oh! I didn't know it was gonna do that. Feels like the developers of Zelda are just big fans of tennis. that you? Take care, Fox! Fox! That was one of ours! I heard that line a lot. Shoot the 4 hatches on the other side! Enemy mothership approaching! What? What? What happened? I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode! Oh, look at it. Oh, yeah. Gave him the old Demon King treatment. Heh, didn't even break a sweat. Goku Piccolo fight. Hope things are going okay over on the Ark, too. Oh, we're gonna transition to a fight on the Ark.
We expected as much, but their numbers are truly staggering.
What's up, Kaiju? What?
Minoru, are you all right?
Please, you needn't worry about me. I'll see us to the castle. I promise you that.
Yeah, Minoru's enacting a contingency plan. Uh-oh. Don't tell me they're gonna boss rush all the Archfiends right now. I still want to know who voices all these Archfiends.
I don't get it. We already beat this guy once.
He can try all he wants. He'll never win.
We ran out of unique boss designs. Time to recycle them. Oh, we are boss rushing them. Oh. Yeah, no wonder this level required us to pick a team. Da 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 ba da 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 da. Ha ha ha. Ouch. Dang, I was hoping that would have been a projectile weakness. What's going on? Thanks for the chickens. Calamity be upon you! You can't do this to me! You can't do this to me! The chickens obey me! That whirlwind was coming from the Archfiend, right? You doing okay down there? We can't only the hard work for our friends in the sky. We must weather the storm ourselves. I don't know what it is, but it feels like an unfair fight when all of our best sages are just kind of wailing on the dude. I just feel bad for the Archfiends at this point. Ouch. Man, this fight is a lot harder when you don't have the construct to just OP it. What is it? What is it? What is it weak to? Is it Fan? Yeah, it's Fan. How's it going, Kaiju? How you doing tonight? You streamed today, right? Didn't you play some Pokemon Zaza? I forgot you were playing that game. I forgot I was playing that game. Oh god, what's happening? Oh, I love their team attack. Man, there's still so much damage I need to do to it. How you liking that Pokemon Legends Zaza, Kaiju?
Say goodbye.
I may have noticed that you're still kind of in the lower levels. but that's okay. I'm also like super behind on it. I feel like that game is like really long. I did not expect it. Alright, he's half done. Time to make it well done. Die! Just snipe him out of the sky. It's so satisfying.
Say goodbye.
We were just talking about how they should make a new Star Fox game. It is clear that the fans of Nintendo need it and want it. We need to make it happen. Whoa! Let's go!
Now then.
Every second of this game is the encapsulation of die. The irony is that I'm fighting Ganon, but I'm the one that says die.
I endure.
I endure. It's so satisfying, right? Everything's just like a combo or a counter attack. It just feels really good. I don't know what it is. Like they just knew how to improve the feeling, the game feel over Age of Calamity so much. It makes me sad that it feels like I'm almost done with the game. Like, it doesn't feel as long as Age of Calamity was, if this is truly close to the end.
How could I lose to these worms again?
I can't believe I lost to this scum!
The strongest archfiend can never die!
You'll never defeat Andross! Pew! Pew! Pew!
It feels strange, cutting down the same enemy twice.
Ganondorf is surely to blame.
If he is, we must stay vigilant.
I'm not gonna make me fight everyone now.
Follow. We've arrived.
There, Fox, hella dead. No, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. They'll make a new one. I know it. They'll find a way. They'll make a new Switch 2 game. It's gonna look so pretty.
It's time to end this, once and for all.
Indeed.
Pop, 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 pop. Definitely in the limbo. Just makes me sad. Star Fox isn't as dead as Tron. Tron keeps getting new movies and games. What the hell are you talking about? Didn't Tron just get a movie like last year? New Tron movie. Yeah, October 2025. It just got a new movie. I don't know why they keep bringing it back. Disney said they wouldn't make any more Tron movies after the newest one. Yeah. But you know they will in like 10 years. It's not like Nintendo said we're not gonna make more Star Fox. Yeah, I know. It's just weird. It's just in a weird place. Dun dun da da dun 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 da da dun dun bum bum bum. Do these weapons really max out at level 10 and I just won't be able to upgrade them? After that, is that it? Is that really what's happening? Oh, I realize at the end of this I'm probably not gonna have Roru in the party anymore. Then why upgrade him? Let's upgrade the Night Construct. Up, 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 up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really caring about Tron right now. I never really cared about Tron in the first place, even though I probably would have liked it if I watched the first movie. Point is, I want Star Fox. You know, whenever the meme comes up every now and then of like, oh, top 5 games to get to know you, top 10 games to get to know you. I feel like the obvious answers are like Earthbound and Chrono Trigger for me, and now Dragon Quest and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Are any areas falling? This one's falling. I don't think anything else is falling. I'm just gonna do like the non-story missions from here on out.
Let us prepare for the struggles to come.
To battle!
But Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64 is always up there for me. I feel like there's not many other games that give you that arcade experience while also giving you the freedom to like choose your own adventure. Choose your own experience. I feel like more games should operate like that, where like the beginning and the end is pretty much the same, but the path you take to get there is just whatever you decide it is. And then every playthrough of the game, you just choose a different path. I know that, you know, not every game can do that, but I feel like more games should. And I'll couple that with like character interactions that really show how the different personalities interact. That's something that I've been saying this game really has, that just does well. Every time the characters talk to each other in this game during battle, it really feels like they're individual people. And it's really cool how they do that despite there being so many characters. The secret roads in Star Fox 64. I always took the route that's like hard mode up until you get to Sector Z, and then you just lose on purpose so that I don't go to Area 6. Because Kid me was not good enough at the game to beat Area 6. And also, I was too scared of having to fight Brain Andross. Because, you know, I just had a fear of internal organs when I was a kid, and I still kind of had that fear. Whenever something like goes for body horror but like realistic, that's when it just like creeps me out. If it's body horror but you get mutated into like an eldritch abomination, I'm okay with that. But if I'm seeing like realistic brains and intestines and whatnot, I'm like, ah!
Indeed. Minoru!
I stand ready.
Just use my car to run over everybody.
I have you.
Like, my route would either like diverge at Sector Z or Macbeth. Like, both of those just have the option of taking you to one route or the other. Oh, this way. And there's games like there's games like X Zodiac and that new Wild Blue or something it's called. New game from the actual Star Fox Super Nintendo developer.
Would you join me?
You needn't ask.
Those look promising. I'm sure the gameplay will be great in that new game by the same developers. I'm just worried that the characters won't be as endearing. The characters in EX Zodiac are endearing, despite there only being 2. But like every time there's a boss enemy, they're like really comically like insane and hilarious. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh! How dare you? Sir, you need to cool down. Smooch attack? Who's smooching?
Daddy screamed real good before he died.
I can skid on the little wheel. Bum ba bum ba dum. I'm gonna do all the missions to like liberate zones. I don't know. Raise your hand in the chat. Type in one in the chat if you've beaten this game already. I'm wondering. I'm actually wondering how much is left. I'm afraid it's not much, which like would be really sad for me. I was so sure it was gonna have some sort of big plot twist or something. Like some big plot twist that ties it, or not ties it, but like makes it like Age of Calamity, where something happens we didn't expect. The plot? Ha. Okay. 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 I don't know. I don't know what that means. But I guess I'll find out. I guess one thing I'm just like,
never be too prepared for.
am I going to be streaming this game for much longer is what I'm wondering.
To battle.
The plot getting bad. I mean, I think that's okay. I'm basically okay with this plot being exactly what we expected from, you know, Tears of the Kingdom. You know, we're just on our way to imprison Ganon. Only because the character writing is so good. Like, I'm not even reading it out loud, but I'm, like, noticing it with the interaction between Rauru and Artie right now. I feel like the character writing is the best in any Warriors game I've played so far. I've not played a lot, but it's great.
Steady.
Ba, ba, na, 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 na.
Not bad.
Die. And yeah, I think just like the character writing and the gameplay are like the standout things of this game. And if the plot is just okay, I'm okay with that. Da, da, da. I'm legitimately curious, like, with all the Dynasty Warriors games that there are, do they all just retell the same story of the Romance of Three Kingdoms? Or do they, like, expand on the story? I've never played a Dynasty Warriors game. Get this tree out of my face! No matter how many lives I save, the Gerudo's transgressions can never be undone. By such reasoning, I too bear a responsibility for Ganondorf's misdeeds, but will never have the chance to atone if tomorrow doesn't arrive. You're right! What matters now is ensuring the safety of our future, not lamenting our past. I fear what would have happened if you hadn't come, Your Majesty, but we've no time to rest. There's a powerful beast running amok further in.
Yes.
Stay here, we'll deal with it.
Strength flows through me. There!
Rauru Hot, that's also part of the plot. Rauru Hot, Minaru Hot. Yes, enemy is nothing compared to the Demon King's might. With me, Artie! Right, once this battle is over, we can turn our gaze to Ganondorf once more, and strike him down like the fiend he is. I like that the game is too proud to call it button mash. But we all know it's button mash, not press repeatedly. I'm saying, Nintendo needs to cook more with more Zelda NPC styles. It's a shame we only see 2 Zonai. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe the next Zelda game could have, like, a Lizalfos character or NPC race. Just how, like, the Zora went from enemies to, like, oh no, they're hot now. Do the same thing for the Lizalfos. Do the same thing for the Moblins. I'm waiting, Nintendo. What else? Maybe turn the Gorons into enemies.
Carry on, Artie.
No matter how many monsters we defeat, more spring up in their price. All we can do now is to continue forth one step at a time.
Yes.
Indeed. Only by working together will we stand a chance of victory, which is precisely why we need the Gerudo's strength among our ranks. You honor us, King Rauru. We'll do all we can to live up to your lofty expectations. Okay, so the plot of that wasn't much. See, I'm assuming I was supposed to do that mission right after you get Artie. So it's more like Artie expressing regret over what Ganondorf has done. And like thinking, oh, it'll never make up for it. It's interesting that they kind of put those kinds of... It's like when an anime has episodes that people call filler. But it's not canon. It's just an episode dedicated to like exploring people's current feelings and how they intend to progress forward before the next battle. I think those episodes are important. I think those are important times to consider, like, hey, we wouldn't have known otherwise, you know? Those are important times to be like, to remember that your characters are people. They're not just weapons that fight battle after battle. And to put that kind of character development in a Warriors game shows that they really care about their character writing. I like it, I really do. Affinity Chris, how's it going? Fellow Chris, welcome on in. I'm Chris P. Chicken. Welcome to Hyrule Warriors. Hope y'all are doing great. How's your new year so far? What are you doing these days? 4 Chris's. There's a lot of Chris's here. We gotta get them out of here. There can be only one. Fallout Shelter. Right. You were saying. I remember you were doing your Fallout Chrono series, which is funny because we've been talking about Fallout all day on stream. We've been talking about the fact that I want to play Fallout games again. I'm in a Fallout mood. I'm gonna watch the TV series with my girlfriend because she loves Fallout. I'm gonna play the games again because I keep seeing YouTube shorts of like funny stuff you can do. You can do like playthroughs where you have 1 intelligence and your dialogue options are just like, oh, shiny robot. And the robot's like, you are clearly in need of assistance. Here, let me escort you. Excited to watch the show at some point. Yeah! New Year's been good. New Year has been very busy for me, and I'm just trying to not overwhelm myself these days, honestly. Bum bum dum bum. Ba bum bum. Does this not take the area? Huh. Did I just do that mission even though I've already done it? Clearly it's a new one, right? Right? I don't know. I'm just kind of clearing these out before I call it out for the night. I wanna make it a longer stream.
A fine time to prepare before we move on.
All right, who else is under leveled? Let's do Kia for this one.
Zora, ready for battle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm also like looking into playing Fallout 76. I know there was like a whole thing about how that game was bad on release. I hear it's better now.
Make for battle.
I've got a couple of friends that play Fallout 76, but like I wanna make sure I'm gonna commit to it before I tell people I wanna play it. Cause I feel bad if I say, oh, I'm gonna play with you, and then I don't. Exactly, Deca. I know you play it, but I'm like, I gotta make sure that I don't just play Fallout 3 instead. I'll have to see it. I'll have to see about it. Mission complete. All aircraft report. I told you, Akira Dolce. I told you this game was a Star Fox game. How's it going, Akira? How's your coccyx? Dude, did you do that one on Did you do that one on stream? Is there a recording of that? Akira Dolce's been doing... Well, he does this thing where he does the daily Wordle, but he also has recently been doing like a daily a user submission one. There is a recording. Heck yeah. And he opened it up to people to submit their own words, and it's like a special like Wordle where you can do more than 5-letter words. And I submitted the word coccyx. Because I don't know, it just felt like a Wordle word you would never come up with. Like 3 C's, that's crazy. It's like, in regular Wordle with a 5-letter word, there's a very, very low chance that the same letter appears, like, twice, let alone 3 times. But in a 6-letter word, that changes everything. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Boom, ba dum dum. Die. Ba ba bum ba dum bum ba da 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 dum. It is so OP that Artie can just destroy the hives instantly. First the envoy mask, now the stone. My debt to King Raruto grows larger with every passing day. Gibdo bone. I am fires. I am tired. Help. I can help you, Akira. Drink coffee. Drink coffee. Coffee good. Or maybe don't, because it is probably like 3 a.m. where you are right now. I've got like a bunch of coffee in K-cups, and I'm just like, I don't own a Keurig, but like I just stumbled upon an entire box of K-cup coffee that I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Like I would drink it because I do drink coffee sometimes. Not often. I try not to make it often. I eventually found out that knockoff Keurig cups have, or like just Keurig cups have a coffee filter inside. So if you just cut all the plastic around it, it just turns into a little like bag of coffee, like a tea bag. So apparently you can just steep that in water like a tea bag. I did that tonight, but because I have to cut up the plastic, I'm like, I think I'm putting microplastics in myself. So I shouldn't do that too often. Here's what I did. I bought one of those like tea infusers, like for if you don't want to use a tea bag, you just buy a little metal like thing with a mesh, and you just put tea leaves inside, and you can steep it like a tea bag. You could just I could just make coffee by putting coffee grounds in there. I'm sure that it might be a sacrilege to coffee, but I don't know what else to do with these Keurig cups. I'm not gonna buy a Keurig machine. Heck no. Bum, ba-da-da, bum, ba-da-da-da-da. Let's do this one.
Best not to fight on an empty.
What shall come of this?
You can pull out the grinds and put them in a coffee machine. I bet I could. I also don't have a regular coffee machine.
Better get going.
I really don't like drink coffee unless it's just like from work for free. I don't know. Akira Doja, you know coffee. Pour over. Yeah, how do you do that? What is that? I heard the term pour over, but I don't know what that is. I sure hope you weren't planning on taking all these things all by yourself, Artie. Let me tag along. If you wish, but I assure you, you don't need the assistance against a few meager beasts. That is not how fans work. What you do every morning stream. Describe the process. I would like to learn. I want to know what a pour over is. Do you just like take a coffee filter and put like the grounds in it, and then you just like pour hot water through it, maybe? There's a when I was in Japan, and I'm assuming when you were in Japan too, there's just like instant coffee you can buy that's just like coffee grounds in a tea bag kind of thing, and you just unfold the tea bag thing so it's suspended in your coffee mug, and you pour hot water through it, and it just drips through. That's a fire you got in your eyes. You must really despise these monsters, huh? Not exactly. My hatred isn't directed at them, but squarely at my own person. What, for obeying Ganondorf? You can't keep beating yourself up over that, Artie. See, this is a different energy from Rafika and Kia. Rafika and Kia was flirty. Fan. Artie and Rafika is something else. Rise, put into a funnel with a filter, pour water into the funnel, coffee drips down. Oh, so it is kind of like the thing that I got from Japan. I want to learn how to do that. I guess it's just you just buy the funnel or filter or whatever. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. That's a useful skill. I will learn it. Thank you for teaching me. If you have any questions about coffee, y'all ask Akira Dolce. He's the master. Ganondorf may be the source of all this evil, but I bear responsibility for not stopping him when I had the chance. I get what you're saying, I really do, but that kind of burden is way too heavy for one person on his own. That's what the rest of us are here for. Nobody's gonna think twice if you lean on us a little more every now and then. Yeah. Oh boy. Ho ho ho! Buddy! Wow. No! Uh-oh. Yeah, wait! Wonderful! Oh! Nice. I was gonna start talking about like what the next Zelda game might look like, but I feel like I've already talked about that topic so many times. Like, no. I want to talk about, I don't know. I mean, I'm playing a Zelda quote-unquote game right now. It's hard to not talk about Zelda. Maybe not about the gameplay. Apparently, in the Wild Engine was structured like traditional Zelda. We're talking about rumors about the next Zelda game? I feel like that makes sense. Like, why make a new game engine where this one just, like, works? And it already has, like, a bunch of stuff programmed in it to be, like, naturally letting the environment interact with materials and whatnot. You could just say thank you instead or return the favor next time, better yet. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Rafika. I swear I'll find a means of making it up to you. I was more thinking, like, what could they do for the plot of the next Zelda game? You want another Toon game? Breath of the Wild is not a Toon game, but it is somewhat cel-shaded. Like, they already are clearly committed to not being super realistic. Thanks for the hydrate. I think... I was talking earlier about, like, if there was a Chrono Trigger remake, I would like it to look more like Akira Toriyama's art. Kind of like Dragon Ball FighterZ, but not as flashy. I kind of would... No, I would not like a Zelda game to look like pure anime. Because a lot of anime games kind of just look samey. Like, if a Zelda game ends up looking like... I don't know. Like, freaking a Tales of game or a Trails game, like... I don't think they're bad art styles, but I don't think they're very unique. So, in that vein, do you realize? Trying to figure out what I'm gonna upgrade. There's so few weapons in this game. I thought it was gonna be like Age of Calamity where I'm getting weapons up the wazoo. But no, it's the Zonite Steel that I keep getting too much of. Why do I not have any Korok Fronds? Zelda 2D Fighter Arxis, make it happen. Maybe. Make a Zelda in the style of CDI. You killed me! Good. I have too many items. I'm gonna start using them on these side missions. Age of Calamity Kaiju when... Who's gonna be the villain?
I've unearthed new power.
So, anybody who's played this game, be straight with me. How many hours do we think is left? I want to understand, like, how many more streams of this I can do.
A praiseworthy act.
For the sake of my people.
I've kind of lost track of how many hours I've already played this game, honestly. I see a chicken upgrade. 120 hours. Perfect. Just enough time to beat Dragon Quest VII. 100% run. Oh, lordy no. Oh, good lord, what is happening in there? Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis. At this time of the year, in this part of the country, localized entirely in your kitchen. Yes. May I see it? No. Wow, 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 wow.
For the sake of my people.
The never-ending map. Yeah, just like when I played Age of Calamity, it just felt like there was always stuff. I do feel like this map isn't as dense as the one from Age of Calamity. Like, Age of Calamity would probably have me zooming even further, I'm now realizing. I think I see how this is. Like, they came up with this whole system of, like, defending territories to give you, like, an excuse to go back to old areas and fight the same fights again.
Be too prepared for battle.
Just a little bit of padding. But I feel like it fits the theme of it being a war, you know? It's territories, there's like, you don't just win the battle.
Shall rage on.
You know, you won the battle, but you didn't win the war. Like, areas are constantly being contested and pushed forward and backward. Be surprised if I had more than one more. Okay. Yeah, that's mostly why I'm focusing on all the non-story stuff right now. It makes me a little sad then. It makes me a little sad that all these characters, like, don't really appear after this game. And I don't really think they have the capacity to appear past this game, considering what happens in this game. But I don't know. You never know. Da 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 da. Use a spear as support, huh? All right. Well, I'm okay with that. I'm glad that, like, I'm actually making progress on these games. If I finish with Age of Imprisonment and I finish with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, like, I can just focus on Dragon Quest VII Reimagined when that comes out. And then maybe Rhythm Heaven, maybe a retro game or two, like maybe I play Zelda Spirit Tracks. Uh-oh. Pro ZD! I ask this question to people from time to time as sort of like a icebreaker, get to know you question. It's like, if you were a character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, what would be your voice line when you get selected? You know, how it would be like, Mario! Lucas! Mine would be ManokAdobo! Wait a minute! I don't know, that was my catchphrase in that Miitomo game. Or else what would it be? ManokAdobo! Ow! No, that would be mine. ManokAdobo! Oh! I'm doing so bad, I'm not paying attention. I think I'm reaching my limit. You know how insane you sound? Yes. That's Akira Dolce's. That's Akira Dolce's. Select them on the character select screen. Akira Dolce! Do you know how insane you sound? I'd do the voice filter if I wasn't playing an action game right now. Akira Dolce! You know how insane you sound right now? Remedy Kaiju! Woo! Gotta have that low quality filter to it. Wonderful! Maybe that's my voice line. Wonderful! You are close! Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. Once Hyrule's all back to normal, I'm gonna be the biggest tree anyone's ever laid eyes on. Okay, if that's not spelling out that he becomes the Great Deku Tree, I don't know what is. Like, they're giving him the freaking... They're giving him the freaking, like... the setup, you know? I don't want to say too much just in case somebody wants to play this game later. I'm just saying. That's my theory. I don't know if that's true or not. But it feels so obvious. Although that's interesting in lore. That, like, if all the Koroks just get born in the Korok Forest, but then they, like, travel far and wide and become a Deku Tree somewhere else, that explains why there's, like, multiple Deku Trees. And then maybe, like, the trees from Oracle of Ages and Oracle Seasons are also, like, Korok trees. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to think about. This one.
Time to rest my wings.
A lot of these have Rafika in them.
If we use this...
Is he just gonna flirt with everybody? Hope so. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do this one mission last. And then call it. I want to do as much as possible. What else haven't I talked about? I talked about the Pokemon Legos. Anybody planning to buy the Pokemon Legos? Paying $650 to get the Pokemon badge set? You know that the Pokemon badge set is gonna get sold on eBay for like $200 just because you had to buy a $650 set to get it. It's so sad. And you know there's gonna be bootleg versions of that set that people will sell as the official set.
Ready for this?
How much of a student loan debt could you pay off with that much? Not that much, unfortunately. I believe college costs more than $650, usually. Bum, 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 bum. I'm just like running past everything. At this point. Bum, 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 bum. Igneo Thanos! Sounds like a magic spell. Rafika's great just because when he puts down a Zonai device, he can just spread it around with the wind. It makes sense why they stopped having the Rito being able to fly, but like, man. Oh.
It's over.
Spin! Come on, come on, come on! No! I have you now.
Ready for this?
Okay, okay. I wonder what other retro games I should think about playing on stream this year. I don't want to put too many RPGs on that list because we already got Dragon Quest VII coming up. Super Mario 64 is on the list. Like, just a vanilla playthrough of Super Mario 64. Not a speed run, not a like glitch run. Maybe some glitches. But just 100% run. Get every star the normal way. Maybe the DS version too. I want to play the DS version with the like emulator mod that lets you use a control stick. Oh geez, like even more fire. What is this, a lava volcano or something?
Sorry about this. You asked for it! It's over. Ready for this?
Oh my goodness, everything is happening.
Too easy. Ready for this?
The fact that there are two of them next to each other is actually like their detriment right now. Because no matter what is happening, one of them is counterable.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I barely understood what was happening that whole time. But I'm okay with this. Wow, 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 wow. Do 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 do. Wonderful. Da 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 da. So, video games, huh? Video games. We talked about a lot today. I'm surprised. I am happy. I like video games. Hope y'all like them too. Don't. Didn't I just defend that area? Was it literally not this area that I just defended? I'm going insane. Stop that. Stop that. Come on, I just wanna liberate the whole map. Is that so much to ask? Whatever. It's fine. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I'm realizing there's some missions I just never did. And I feel like I've just gone too far to do them now. Oh well. Bojangles, is that a restaurant? They only give you 8 pieces of chicken when you order a 12-piece. Definitely that's why every time my parents order fast food, like, they've been burned too many times that they just open it in the restaurant every time. And they will always complain about not getting the right order. So it's time for bed. Put down your Nintendo. Ha ha ha. He doesn't know I took my DS to the bed and put it under my pillow. Alright, y'all. Well, time to listen to Daddy Shark, I suppose. Everybody. Never heard of Bojangles. I gotta try it sometime. As well as Whataburger. Someday. Don't do Bojangle like that. They used to be top tier. I feel like every fast food place is just going down the shitter because they refuse to hire enough workers, and then they refuse to pay the workers they do hire well, so that they're left with a staff that is overworked and does not care. So yeah, it's no wonder. And just like the prices of fast food keep going up because the CEOs need more and more profit instead of like paying the workers. So or just like keeping the prices low. It's like all they had to do was remember their place, that fast food is supposed to be quick and cheap. But it is neither of those things anymore. But that's how they make money. Not anymore if nobody eats there. Like, honestly, it's not even the option. I don't know. It's not even the option for like people on a budget anymore. So like, who's gonna buy it? It's not the option for people without money. It's not the option for people with money. I say as I still order from Taco Bell every now and then. Like, I don't order from Taco Bell because I want Mexican food. I order from Taco Bell because I want Taco Bell. And that is like the only place I will buy fast food from anymore. Unless like somebody takes me to a place for fast food. It is so weird. It is so weird how that's the case. Like, if I want a burger, I'm gonna go to this like burger place that has really good burgers that's just local. If I want pizza, I'm going to get a local pizza place that is good. If I want Mexican food, there's no shortage of that. I live in Los Angeles. But if I want Taco Bell, I have to go to Taco Bell. You all don't understand. It is unique. My $5 beefy 5-layer begs to differ. No, yeah, no, legitimately though, there are some options from Taco Bell that are still like dirt cheap. Like you can get like a roller, which is just a tortilla with cheese, so I mean, it's $1. You can get like a stacker, right? Which is basically a crunch wrap without the crunchy tortilla in the middle. It's just like a tortilla with the beef and cheese and whatever. You can get a stacker for like a couple of bucks. That's a pretty good deal. Like if you wanted, you could just get like a tortilla chip or something and then put it on a stacker and call that a crunch wrap. I want a crunch wrap. There's Taco Bells in Japan, right? Nah. Well, sorry, Iron Sharp. You caught me as I was about to end for the night. Now I'm craving Taco Bell. I'm gonna see what's in my fridge. One in Shibuya. Right. Far away. Well, maybe someday you'll make the pilgrimage. Maybe someday. Yeah. Remember when the 5-layer burrito was on the $1 menu? Yeah, you know. There are still options. But yeah, no. Yeah, no. I've digressed. It is time to go to sleep. It is time to say goodbye. I streamed for a good amount today. And I'm proud of myself for doing so. Is it just me or is this louder than usual? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, we did a good stream today. I'm glad. I'm pretty much back to streaming at this point. I mean, I've been back to streaming, but I've kind of been half not streaming again. I've been busy, y'all. I've just been like really busy, and if not just with like work, but on vacation I was like busy with just like my social life. I've just been around town, you know, and I'm glad to be back. It is time. I think this year I'm going to like. I've talked about this, but like this year I've finally like got a handle on what I have time for and what I don't, and I'm just gonna admit to myself when like I shouldn't be doing things, when I should be like doing work, or when I should be streaming, or you know, just being better at compartmentalizing my life. Yeah, you know, sick the Daidoji on me. I'm following the rules. My identity's a secret. Nobody knows who I really am. I'm Bazuma Biryu, the man who erased his mistakes on his essays. Alright, y'all, it's time to go. Thank y'all for being here. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this or any other game. We're going to be starting more retro games soon is the main gist of what I've been saying all stream. And I'm really excited to be. Because I feel like people need to explore more old games. People talking about how games are expensive now, just buy the old games. And by buy, I mean play them on emulators for free. That's a lot cheaper, isn't it? Copy this raid message if you're coming along. We're gonna find somebody to raid. But, you know, until then, if you're going to sleep, have a good night and stay clucky. Have a good night. Bye-bye. And all that good stuff. Oh yeah, and before I forget, if you have any art, send it to the Discord or send it to me on social media. All the good stuff. And I'll put it up in the room. We need new art for the new year. I just realized that I had this New Year's chicken up for the entire year, when I usually only have it up for like, I don't know, the beginning of the year. I just realized that. This is outdated by a year now. Get this out of here. Get that out of here. Somebody draw me a new one. I'll commission you. Or just put 2026 on that one. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We trained them wrong as a joke. Anyway, VOD's over. Goodbye.